takes one of the black-clad knights arm in arm. Hello, we are now one.
They stroll off into the forest together.
Hey,
Whoa,
Josh,
what's happening?
Yes.
check your Discord.
Oh
Josh.
no.
Josh?
Oh gosh, that is a.
Wait a minute.
That's
that is a
ominous.
picture. Oh my gosh. Why is it so perfect?
Because it's my face.
It's your face. Oh,
Yeah, my face is always perfect.
Oh,
Oh.
is it?
Like, yeah.
nice.
Very confident. That's good. I like that.
Even if you take off the eyebrows, it's still perfect. I don't need to wax mine.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow. Some of us need to.
Some of our eyebrows are so lush that
They're so luscious that if I didn't trim them, they would just become overbearing.
You know-
and then obscure my sight.
Indeed.
So Rory, what am I checking on my Discord here? Because I'm looking.
No.
Hey,
Josh.
Phantom Kiegya.
Brim, Josh, not John.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Myomorph, Phantom, Kiegya. Good to see everybody joining us so early. It's going to be a fantastically devastating night tonight. And we have a cool giveaway. I think everybody's good. Crimson Ale, hype. Good to see you, sir. And we've got a cool giveaway tonight. We got some fun D&D. And then also, we're rating someone special at the end of the stream tonight. A new stream that I've been communicating with over the week that they're good. I like what they're doing, and we want to help them get to affiliate. So that's going to be a fun end of the stream tonight. Set Monkey.
Yes, welcome to Eyebrow Awakening.
Oh wait, my.
That's the new Tuesday night stream, guys. Screw the rest
my
of this.
goodness.
We're all doing like eyebrow game. I'm going the super thin pencil
Ooh.
eyebrow.
Well, look, no one. I think
we're throwing
the
that back to the 2000s there. Hang on.
the only one that compete here with Terry's eyebrow game is Vivi. You need dark eyebrows, like Josh
You.
and you and I. We're way behind the curve. Rory, you're not too far ahead of us, but those dark brows are what you can make really fancy, and I think.
And
I keep waiting for
and
Josh.
I have
Oh, go-
makeup so I can make it thicker. I can try to mimic. Hey Terry, send me a picture of your eyebrows, and I'll try to mimic them.
Oh my gosh, that would be so awesome! I will do that.
We all
I'm gonna
just
do that
get
right
Terry eyebrows.
I'm gonna send you guys eyebrows.
Are you guys watching the chat? The chat's awesome. Yes, exactly. Kill them all. Let St. Cuthbert sort them out. Enoch Pratt, good to see you tonight, sir. Welcome, Hutchback. Lord Forth, always with us. It's going to be a fantastic night tonight. Okay, so I've got to run up real quick, and I'm going to kick off our sponsor. Oh, there's the host from Lord Gusumba. And our sponsor page. Too many things at once. I got to remember to mute those. We start with our Greyhawk map.
Oh my gosh.
So I need a demo too. Like,
Yeah, I know. Like so many things going on at once.
I love dice sports just before we play too. Like, just get
Yeah, exactly. Kind of gets you ready, right?
Oh yeah.
Wait.
Hey Amanda.
Oh, hello, Amanda. Man, your stuff is incredible. I'm going to start I'm planning on this week. We're going to start, I'm going to talk with Evelyn. We're going to get so we got a fan art channel, and that makes me so happy. When I see the fan art coming, like that warms my heart. But I want a mini and terrain channel as well, because we got so many people here that are creative. They're painting minis, they're creating terrain, and it's an opportunity for them to kind of demonstrate that and kind of push it out to the community. So we're going to create a channel for that.
We have a creators channel actually already that they can post in if they would like to. It's like artists and creators or something like that I have created.
Yeah, so I like that, Evelyn. So maybe we could just modify the name. They take that creator and call it like minis, terrain, and whatever else. So
No,
like
it's our sponsors and creators channel.
Okay, yeah. So I just want to make sure like everybody knows if you're painting minis, if you're doing terrain, you're creating art, pop that stuff in there. Specifically the fan art goes in the fan art channel, but the mini painters and the terrain creator, like Vivi could put all kinds of stuff in there. Like she's doing stuff all the time. Or even when you get the Hero Forge minis and you're gonna, like you can pop those in that channel, and I just don't think everybody thinks of that creators channel as a place to put it yet, so let's help them with that.
Good. I just made a really awesome bridge that I can throw in there.
And so I think everybody sounds good. Vivi, you still sound quiet, and it's not where your mic's at. Your mic's close, so I don't know if you could turn up your volume.
Check the settings.
Let's go around. Let me have everybody say John should die. We'll start with you, Evelyn.
No, I will not.
You sound great. All right, Josh.
John is sexy.
All right, you sound good. Rory.
You know, I don't know.
Perfect. All right, Terry.
With the right eyebrows, John could make anything happen.
All right, fantastic. Now, Vivi.
John has mad games.
Okay, wait, that's all. So you're still the quietest of all five.
Yeah, I don't know. I checked all my settings. Like I maxed out on everything else. My son was chewing on my mic earlier, so I.
You've chewed your mic up? That's awful.
No, not me. My spawn has been chewing on the microphone as he's like on.
They do
Is
that.
it by chance just your projection, Vivi?
I
'Cause I
don't.
noticed that even with Evelyn, when you're trying to whisper, you go like super quiet. So it might just be
No, but she's like doing normal.
I'm talking my normal, like my.
Yeah,
normal
you just
voice.
might
I don't
be a
think I'm
quiet
being
person.
Are you using your diaphragm? You need.
All right. Our oldest sponsor, Dragon Crafting Guild.
Now we can rock out.
Yes, I'm ready to rock.
Yeah, these trays have rocked. They have given Millie and Irda so many nat 20s in the past few sessions.
Yeah.
John at DCG is awesome. You can check him out. His Etsy channel is launched. He does custom stuff. There's a custom beholder he's created for Vivi. We'll let her show that because they can't see you right now, Vivi. But oh, we got somebody dancing in the background there, Terry. That's awesome. And then
Actually, the house was on fire.
yeah, and then our newest sponsor, Cozy Gamer. Her dice have been on fire.
Right here. Oh, you guys
Thank you, Penhead.
Showing you.
You gotta hold your hand behind
But you're not seen right now, Terry.
No, I know. I'm just showing to
Oh, you're getting prepped? Okay.
Oh, God!
And then, of course, our other sponsors. Thank you to Frederica Draws. Incredible artwork that's popping up all over the place. She is amazing. Mantic Games, they've got new stuff coming to us right now, and we're grateful. And then, of course, Atris Minis, an amazing mini painter. And with that, we are ready to go live. You are now not just heard, you are seen. And yes, we can see that die. Show it off, Shorewin.
I love my cozy.
We hadn't started combat yet.
No,
All right.
thank goodness.
Gotcha.
All right, so welcome everyone to Greyhawk Awakening, session 22. I don't know if you saw the title, but this session is Death and Darkness. There
It
is...
took death this time? It actually allowed death this time, John?
I think they did, dude. I don't think it got blocked. I don't know why...
It didn't give you trouble like it did last week.
I don't think so. I think it's all working. So welcome. We got a fun show tonight, and we appreciate all of our mad chatters already on tonight. You guys are the best. We're going to have a great stream. Let's quickly go through what happened last time and then jump into player descriptions and the action. Who would like to start us off with what happened last time? Any of you? Somebody? I don't know, maybe?
I can.
Okay, shocking.
All right. So last time at the beginning, we started off with the Wayward Bolt around a table inside the not the Wayward, the Welcome Winch. It's all become one. No, inside the Welcome Winch. And there was a little bit of discussion. Squeaks, Gimble's new companion, was making friends with Lilith a little bit. He had nestled into her hair, and then there was a bit of discussion about what a bath could do for you, and offering Lilith perhaps if she'd be interested. And then there was a little bit of discussion with of finding out a bit actually about Ashran's backstory and the horrors that she had kind of encountered in her time of much to a level that we had not expected. And she got chastised a little bit about not thinking about internal wounds as well as external ones. And then the party finally had a little bit of more banter back and forth before they decided it would be better to find a quiet place to have the more serious talk that they wanted to have. So Millie and Brim went and collected their things, and then the whole group went to the grove with Lilith, as she had suggested that as a good place for them to meet that would be quiet and they would be less likely to be interrupted or overheard. Anyway, so everyone went along with Lilith and kind of found the spot where Lilith had first and many times previously spoken with Jeru at the tree stump in the middle of the grove, and sat around and had a bit more conversation, and Gimbal actually used some image spells to show exactly what had happened to him while he was being held by Halia. The images were quite horrifying, and the party learned the fate of Uthar through those and what had happened with him, and saw the silhouette of the one known as the Mistress. Though we have discovered that she is likely to be human, we could not tell much else about her other than that. But we also learned that during this part, Gimbal cast Speak with Animals so that he could speak with Squeaks for the first time. He learned what the rat's actual name was, or what he had been called, I should say. And he did not like being called the Nine, so that is where Gimbal actually had granted him the name of Squeaks, and made sure that the rat actually appreciated that name before saying, this is your name now. And it was a lovely little interaction with the two of them, and Lilith actually was interested in trying to see about getting rid of the shiny plate on his head, but he said that it was probably not able to be removed. It helped him to think. And so as the conversation continued, the party began to try to figure out where the next steps were. Would they be going back to the moat house where Halia had called them? Would they be going to the free city of Greyhawk, because we knew that's where Byrne had gone to seek Rufus, or so we thought. And that was being discussed as suddenly an eruption of flame burst up at the edge of the grove. And a charred figure appeared out of basically almost nowhere, and collapsed in front of the party. The party quickly realized that this figure was missing one of its arms, or at least from the elbow down.
Yeah.
And then the Shorewind drew his sword and began to look about to see if he could figure out what, if anyone, was around other than this figure. And Brim and Gimbal moved quickly with a haste spell, or a blur spell, excuse me, cast on the two of them toward the figure to try to figure out who he was.
And Evelyn, real quick,
Yep.
I want to interrupt. So there's probably a mistake of mine, because I'm sure it could never have been a mistake of yours. He was not missing his arm from the elbow down. What you saw was the meat of the arm was blown out, and because Byrne previously had the eye embedded from Shorewind's shield recovered from our one shot in the virtual Greyhawk Con, embedded in his arm, that was now gone, and you saw the radius and the ulna, or the two bones here, white. So still attached, everything was still there, the hand was still there, but here in the middle, all the meat was blown out.
So yes, so Brim and Gimbal discovered that it was in fact Byrne, and he told the group to run. Brim removed he had a bundle with him that he dropped, and then he removed his cloak and scooped Burn up into the cloak to try to carry him out of the grove as the group ran. And discovered that he felt like dry kindling, basically. He had been so grievously injured. And then Brim actually called out to Astra and asked her if she could run and heal at the same time while Lilith pulled her along. And she was like, I'll do the best I can! And they continued running as 1, 2, 3, 4 people in black plate mail began to come out of the woods and towards the party, looking greatly with intent to destroy the Wayward Bolt. And that is where we ended our session last time.
Well done, well done, well done. Excellent summary. Anyone have anything else want to add to that?
Gimbal is riding on Brim's shoulder.
A safe place to be. Well played, sir. Welcome, 888 Troll Lord Games. Good to see you. So another couple of comments I want to make here. Troll Lord Games, of course, a great sponsor of all things old school D&D, Castles and Crusades, and all their material. Chuck is often with us. Steve, they participated in VGHC, and we have a special campaign coming in 2021 that will be using the Troll Lord Games Castles and Crusades materials here on Blue Box, and it will be a monthly campaign, and Chuck and I are working on that now, so stay tuned for more info, but we really appreciate TLG and all they do. 888, good to see you, sir, as well. All right, introduce your players. Each of your PCs, name, race, class, level, and something else you'd like us to know. And let's start with Gimbal tonight.
Okay, so I am a illusionist wizard gnome, level 5 tonight. And something about him, he likes to hang out with Brim. They've done a lot, especially over the last week. He likes his new friend Squeaks, and he doesn't like to die. So, run fast, Brim. Run fast.
And Gimbal has been the most harried and abused member of the party. He died, and death in Blue Box is nothing lightly taken. It's not, resurrections are not candy on the street corner you can pick up for a dime. They are serious affairs which include permanent constitutional damage, require extraordinary circumstances. We want death to be a serious thing here. But Gimbal happened to die very close to his homeland, and he was resurrected by some of his original family and his tribe, but suffered a constitution damage permanently. Then he was abducted and tortured horribly. If you've not seen that episode, it should be up on our YouTube channel right now. I forget what I called it.
Something with Halia.
Halia, Encounter with Halia, or Halia's kind of, yeah. So it was not good, and that is about that's a parental warning. There's not a lot of heavy cursing, but there's some really dark themes in that episode. It's a quick hour shot, and he came away from that with a very special friend, which he has named Squeaks as he referenced. All right, so let's go to Shorewin.
Indeed. I am Shorewin Tessel of Corwood, a level 4 cavalier with a fantastic, amazing steed, Winston, who has his own fan club. Additionally, I've been kind of mopey.
He's very brooding right now.
Brooding.
He is brooding. And by the way, if you're not in our Discord, there was such fantastic text-based roleplay this week from a number of players, but specifically the combat practice between Millie and Shorewin. That was great fun. So the Discord was popped up already. You should get in there, check it out. It's the Greyhawk Awakening campaign channel for this stuff, and it was a lot of fun. All right, Lilith.
Oh, hello. I'm Lilith. She's a wild elf Greyhawk druid. She's level 5 now. She likes to collect odd items. She doesn't know what personal space is. She's feeling a little sad for leading her entire group into despair. And she is the president of the Winston Fan Club.
Mm-hmm.
Well said. Well said. All right, let's go to Millie.
Hello, dears. I'm Mary Millie Von Tomth. I am a level 5 half-elven swashbuckler. I like whiskey, shiny things, my best friend Liz, and I'm actually treasurer of the fan club. I get to handle all the coin, yes, of course. And let's see, yes, oh, and out of character, so while we were getting ready, we now have a Mad Chatter mini and terrain painting channel on the Discord, so if you guys do your cool art that is 3D rather than 2D, we have a 2D channel as well, but for your 3D art, we now have a channel for that, so please share your stuff. We love to see it. We love to celebrate our Mad Chatters, so come join us.
Well done. So cheerful. So the 2D channel is the fan art channel, right? And we've got so much. So we love your fan art. Keep it coming. Shout out to Kiegia, the Mark Views, and we got another one. I'm forgetting.
Yeah, that was the one of Irda that Pat Draws did.
Pat Draws, yes, Pat Draws. All of you, thank you so much. Keep that fan art coming. We love it. We're going to start featuring it on our Instagram channel. We want to support all of you. But then, as she said, the 3D, that's minis, that's terrain, and that's going to be in our Discord. Check that out. And then last but not least, Brim.
Hi. I'm Brimstone. I'm a half ogre, 7.5 foot tall fighter. I'm level 5 now. Let's see what's. Oh, right. Ogres are a lot like silver.
How dear.
Oh, well, if you want to figure that out, go on our Discord.
I love that. Okay. In conclusion, we will do our Monster Monday, but we're going to do it at the break. So Brim, be ready for that because we want to get to the action. And then our giveaway tonight. We'll set this up here in a few minutes, but we're giving away a cool. Now, this is not the original, but it's a glorious reprint of the original Hamlet T1 module. And it is so true to the original. Everything, look, it's even got the blue graph maps in the back here. It is an exact reprint of the original T1 Hamlet module. And since we're playing in that area right now, the party's in Hamlet, I thought it was a great giveaway for us to have tonight. And I'll give the winner the option. If you want me to sign it and give you an autographed Blue Box copy, I will. If you think my signature is worthless and you want the pristine, you can do that as well. But we're going to give that away here a little bit later tonight. Okay, to the action. Stickman portraits are fine, 888. No worries. All right. The party is in the grove. I think this is why Lilith felt a bit of responsibility, knowing she had brought them here. And as she brought them here, you heard already, there was this disturbing scene as this charred figure staggered through the forest, collapsed. They're coming! Fell to the ground, his arm blasted out, his robes blackened, his hair singed and burned off. There are bits of flame coming around the grove now. The grove, even though you are in winter, you're in early winter, late fall, early winter, here in the grove, the trees remain green. They don't turn leaves. They have some sort of sustenance which provides the verdancy to them, which has maintained. But now you see flames licking at the corners, and you see these black shapes furtively darting between the trees, glints of armor off of their bodies, and we will kill the ambient music, kick off. And
I have a quick question while you're switching things. Is the, like, I know you said that the trees are still green. Is the air warmer here too? Is it like is the temperature, or is it still cold here?
It's
like
still
it is
cold.
everywhere?
Yeah. So
Okay, I
you
was
felt.
curious.
Yeah, you felt the same chill air, and yet somehow the trees are not turning leaves. Something about the grove and Jeru and the power of these are apparently remaining perpetually or evergreen, despite the chill air. And we will kill. Nice pause. Mad Chatters, we love you, and so we begin. The sounds of the forest still echo all around you, pleasant, though the birds do grow quiet as the figures flit through. Many of them are utterly unaware of the danger or what's going on, the affairs, the machinations of humanoids, unimportant to them. And these figures flit through the trees. What do you do?
We're running.
Yeah, we're all running.
Yeah, I thought we were. Yeah.
Running. We're like
Running where? Back out toward the entrance?
back towards where we came in.
Okay.
Like a library.
All right.
Toward the shoes is where we're heading.
All right. As you turn and you sprint toward the entrance of the grove where you initially came in. So we have here Brim for our viewers so you can see. We have Brim. We have Millie. We have... Thank you so much, Mark Views. Mark Views, we shouted you out earlier. Your art is incredible. As Millie comes behind, Ashrin running, Shorewin.
Yeah, I was at the very back.
And that is so recorded. As you're running, Byrne's body is laying there on the ground.
And Lilith was leading, from what I remember, and Millie had her arm around Ashton's waist, bringing her along, and Gimbal was on Brim's shoulder.
And Brim is carrying Burn.
Yeah,
And yes.
Brim was carrying Burns.
Well, I'd actually have to have Brim out there, which is important.
Brim
Hang
is
on.
carrying burn.
There is Brim.
Burns.
All right.
Burned Burns?
Who is carrying Byrne?
Burn.
Who is carrying Byrne?
You sound like
Brim is carrying Burn.
All right,
with
Brim.
Gimbal on his shoulder.
As you lean over to pick up Byrne, you see one of the figures appear right in front of you from behind the trees. It is a creature unlike you've ever seen. Dressed in darkened plate, you see a hollow, haggard face, eye sockets blackened, dim eyes, but a massive, massive human, wielding a giant great sword in his hands, shocks of white hair hanging limply from his face. And I'll pull up the cam view for you here as you see us. Virtual Wizard, welcome to the Mad Chatters. You see this. I'll give you a second too. He stands in front of you. There are bits of pocked flesh. It looks like perhaps parts of his visage are decaying. And he stands in front of you. I welcome the combat. As he pulls out his sword, you see there are also other dark-clad figures, not the same as this, but clad in black armor like this, that begin to appear from behind the trees. 1, 2. You hear footsteps behind, but you only see this one stands about 6 feet tall, all in black with a black blade. This one the same, but with a silver blade. The silver blade on the party's left. The black blade coming around this rock here, right where Brim is picking up Burn on the party's right. And this being the creature you saw a moment ago, standing there. And we go to initiative.
Who's rolling?
Who was last time? I forgot.
We didn't do any combat last time. It's been a couple sessions, so.
It's been a couple sessions, so our note taker doesn't know.
Yeah,
Millie
I do
always
my
wins.
best.
All right, we're gonna give it to.
I think the last time when I was watching, Millie was rolling for Lilith.
I was.
Oh yeah.
All right, and did she
I
win?
can recall. Yes, I think she won the first time for sure. I don't know if she
All right, so let's go to Lilith. Lilith, you roll initiative. We use D6 here, and the DM has a 3.
I have a 4.
Okay, you have initiative. We're gonna start with Lilith. You're right next to Millie. You're in the front, so we're gonna start with you. What do you do?
So, did you say that big guy is right by Brim?
No, he's standing in front of you here. There's another one that's pulling out from behind the trees here, right in front of Brim. That's this guy here, if you can see.
Yeah.
All right, he's the one all in black with a black blade. The large one is right in front of you here, and then the one all in black with a silver blade is here. And then you hear some rustling in the trees behind you as well.
Okay. How far is Brim from me?
8 feet.
8 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, I can get to him and cast a spell. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
I will cast Bark Skin on Brim.
Okay, and that gives me what again?
Stu's here, natural
plus
AC.
2. Your natural AC. Thank you.
All right, Brim.
I guess the last time on him.
You see Lilith rush over. She lays her hands on you, and then suddenly there is this strange bark-like material that spreads all over your body. We'll do the break. I didn't even give you your HP rolls and stuff, your levels. Yeah, that was a mistake by the DM. But no, actually, I need to pause now because it could matter. Thank you, Phantom, Robert. That's 100 for each of you. So if you leveled up, raise your hand if you leveled up again. All right. So all of you that leveled up, you've chosen your feats, your spells. Now you're going to roll your hit points. I want you to roll your hit points and then tell us the feats and spells you've chosen. And we're going to start with you, Brim.
So the feat I chose is called Endurance. It gives me. Do I explain it or do I just tell you what I got?
No, go ahead. It's good for the viewers. And Grape 8, the DM always makes mistakes.
Endurance is really interesting. So it gives you a +4 to any saves having to do with like pretty much forced marches, pretty much any strain that you're putting your body under having to do with like environmental effects or non-lethal damage. It's just pretty much how I felt like Brim should follow, especially in these last few sessions of just like keeping your shoulder to the wheel and pushing along.
Yeah, well done. All right.
Okay. And can I use advantage on this health
No,
roll?
you cannot. Advantage does not apply to hit dice. Now remember though, your constitution bonus, you've got an 18 con, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the 4 is the lowest you can roll on your hit dice.
Well, I rolled the 7 the first time and then a 10 the second time.
So the 7
The second
stands.
one doesn't matter. So
No,
it's
the
just
7 stands. Right, 7 plus 11. So you send me that. All of our viewers, the character sheets that you have, let me go back to that. When you're looking at this view, the character sheets that you see here, those will not be updated tonight because I didn't have the hit points. So they will be updated for next week. And you can see and that makes you now level what, Brim?
5.
Level 5. All right, very good. All right, let's go to Gimbal.
Okay. So for his feet, he still has both of them. He's not missing any. So
as of right now.
I get it.
Yet. Brimcon. I love Brimcon.
Oh my god.
I chose Iron Will, which is +2 to will saves for his feet, as well as he's a wizard, so level 5 he gets meta magic, and he picked a bouncing spell.
I picked what?
bouncing spell.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So if it misses due to whatever reason, if someone saves when I cast a spell, I can use a swift action to direct it at someone else.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Nice.
All right. Now roll your hit points, and your Constitution is what?
0.
Yeah. All right. So 1 is the only thing you can't roll. The 2 counts.
3.
A 3. All right. 3. So you get 3 hit points. What's that?
Plus stuff.
Plus toughness. Yeah. So plus 2. All right. So you get that, and then Lilith, you leveled up. Go ahead.
Yes. It's a D8, right, for my.
Yes. As a druid in 3.5. It was a D6 in 1E, 2E. It's an 8 in 3.5.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
A 7.
A 7.
Nice.
Bravo. And what's your con?
And my con is a +1.
All right. So you get 8 hit points. Add that. And
Okay.
what spells do you gain now? Because you're level what now? 5 or 4?
5. Level 5 now. Yeah.
All right. So
And I got for my feet. I picked improved natural armor, which gives
Good
me
one.
+1.
very nice.
Pretty sure. Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
And then I don't think there's. I just need to grab some spells, but I don't think I got anything extra for spells other than this level 3 spells, right? I'm pretty
Yeah,
I
no.
believe your level 3
Yeah,
spells
you,
should open up
yeah,
as
you,
well.
yeah, you get opened up level 3 spells now at level
Yeah,
5.
open up, yeah, I get 1 level 3 spell.
Yeah, so that's important. So why don't you
Okay.
take a look at that while we're figuring, because like,
Okay.
yeah, I guess it's a
Yeah.
bad sign when the DM stops the combat to make sure everybody's got their hit points and their level, because I'm going to tell you right now, this is fun for our viewers who are joining in, especially for our old school viewers. And I'm going to say something. Now, players, don't look this up, please, because it won't help you. Because you don't. I changed monsters. I do. You know that I customize them. I don't want you ever thinking something is too hard or too easy any more than an actual character would in the game. But this figure, pull him back up here. Yes, Ranger Harley. It's some 1E, 2E stuff. This is a Death Knight.
Yep. Yep.
It's very
Yes, it is.
appropriate.
We were
Yep,
talking
thought
about
so.
that.
And this Death Knight is based on not the 3.5. So we're primarily 3.5 here. A lot of people ask about addition. We're primarily 3.5. We use advantage from 5e, artwork I love from 4e, 5e. We use a lot of 1e, 2e rules and monsters. So this is an old school Death Knight standing in front of you. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's go back to the cam here. And as you're picking up Burn and stepping forward, Brim, you have the bark burst out on your skin from Lilith's spell, and you see what looks like a completely black-clad armored. They're not all the same thing, by the way. I wouldn't do that to you, right? But black-clad armored individual step out in front of you. What do you do?
I mean, I don't have my weapon or armor, so
I've got burn in my arms, correct?
Well, you could hold him with one arm, but yeah.
Oh well, if he's really really weak, I don't want to try and chance it and possibly break him more. So I'm going to have him in both hands,
Okay.
wrapping him in my cloak, and
we've got to run. I don't think we're gonna take this.
he's going to turn to start to keep trying to run out of the grove.
All right, so again, the creature that I identified earlier, let me pull up the combo screen here so everybody can see it. This guy, he's standing here. This guy stepped in front of you, so you're turning around and going the other way?
If we were, well, do I know if there's any other way out of the grove? Like,
Well, there's a rock here. You could try to slip past. Like, you don't know the grove that well. You guys have always
Yeah.
come in the same direction. But I mean, it's a wide open field. In fact, here, let me pull up my other cam. So for the viewers and for the players, it'll take a second for this. So this is a good view of it here. So this is where the Death Knight is. So this is the direction that you guys came in. You got wide forested area all around you here. There's a huge rock here. There's a rock behind you here. But you have the one black knight that appeared here. You have another that appeared here. And so you're kind of covered this direction and this direction. You could turn around and sprint the other way or try to get past someone, whatever you want.
okay, would you allow me, because I've just picked up Burn, I'm guessing I would not be allowed to try and just like kick the dude in front of me to try and push him away.
You're allowed to try whatever you want,
Okay,
Brim.
well, I'd like to try and kick him as hard as possible to push him away and then get a wide berth around the Death Knight and just keep going the way we were running out of the grove, the way we came.
All right, so to be clear, Brim, here.
Yes.
You're going to try to kick this guy carrying Burn, sprint around this side of the rock, clearing wide of the Death Knight, and run around. Okay. All right. Roll d20 for me, please, sir.
Okay, using advantage.
Gimbal's on your shoulder still.
Yep.
So you got a burn in your arms and a gimbal on your shoulder.
Oh, that's not great. So what am I trying to? What would I be adding to this roll?
So it'd be your base attack and your strength. There's no weapon bonus, no proficiency
base attack
bonus. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that'll be a 15 in total with just my strength.
A 15.
Would have been a nat 1 if I didn't use the advantage.
You kick out. The creature catches your foot as you kick out. And that's a nat 20 for the what's it there? Nat 20 for the DM. He catches your foot, holds it up as he brings the blade around. We'll get back to resolving that in a moment. Let's go to Millie.
Oh, so I'm really close to this Death Knight.
You are the closest to him. Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to be there. Millie does not like that situation, not one little bit. She's going to try to kind of go towards where Brim is.
All right, so Millie, you're not close enough to provoke an attack of opportunity. So if you can see on the screen here, I know there's a little bit of a lag on Twitch, but you can sprint around. So you're coming behind Brim. There's a rock here.
I want to try to help engage this guy that he's trying to clear the path through.
Okay, all right. So you rush. That's you can attack then, because it's only about 4.
Okay, great. I would love to attack.
That's only 4 or 5 feet for you. So again, if you're looking at the screen here, the Death Knight, which everyone's seeing up on the monitor right now, he's here. The other black-clad, whatever this guy is, he's standing here. Millie, go ahead.
All right, so I'm engaging this guy. So rapier first. And I rolled that at advantage. That's a 19.
Total?
Total. With my rapier.
Your rapier hits, scrapes along the armor, does not penetrate.
All right.
Very close. Like you felt the armor buckle under your blade. It almost got through, but just not quite.
Okay, I'm doing it again. Advantage again with my dagger now.
Okay.
That was better. That's a 21.
Boom! That pierces through. Your dagger punches through the armor and strikes the person beneath.
All right. So then damage. That one.
Thank you, Mad Chatter's Mousetrap Gagaramond.
4 on the D4, so that's 8 points of damage.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, you puncture and there's red blood that bursts out. So there is a normal human or something underneath this armor. As you do that, let me pause again because our viewers are growing. Welcome, Satora 2046. I'm going to give you so you're going to type !Hamlet. If you don't know how to spell Hamlet, I'm sorry for you.
I'll type it in right now.
You should know how to spell Hamlet. One. It's HOMMLET, and we have this reprint, this gorgeous reprint, which will be autographed by me, and it's got the original maps in it and everything. This is not, I want to be clear, this is not the original. It's a reprint, but my gosh, it's a gorgeous reprint. Everything is perfect. This is as old school gets, and that's our giveaway tonight. What a great giveaway. All right. You puncture him. You see blood. Whoa! You hear a curse come from beneath the helmet. And we're going to go to, hang on here. We're going to go to Shorewind.
All right. Can I can I get between the Death Knight and our group?
You can. You will not get an attack because you're about a good 20 feet away.
That's fine. I don't want to attack.
All
I
right.
just want to position myself between the group and the Death Knight.
Words that should never be uttered. You sprint forward. The Cavalier, with all of his heroism, runs forward. He stands right betwixt the party and the Death Knight. I assume you have your blade pulled?
I do have my blade pulled. Can I still do an action, though?
Well, tell me what the action is. I'll tell you.
It is Lion's Call.
Yes, absolutely. You can do that. Yes.
Okay, good. Friends, I know this looks as if it may not be or may not have a positive outcome, but we have been through much together. I have watched my steed go down. He's not with us today, but I want you to think about Winston. I want you to believe that if Winston was here, he would fight with everything he has to keep Burns safe. Fight with me now.
Woo! So both the great roleplay and the invoking of the party's favorite and maybe soon to be second favorite familiar, we'll see. Winston, you all feel. Tell everyone what they get, Shorewin.
So everybody gets a your competence bonus on your saving throws against fear equal to my charisma, which is +2, as well as a +1 competence bonus on attack rolls for a number of rounds equal to my level, so that's 4 rounds.
Yeah, 4 rounds.
Very, very nice. All right.
Wants that mug.
So everybody has that, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go now to Gimbal.
So, looking at the Death Knight, the armor itself, does it look like there's a primary facet on it that holds it together?
No, it looks like full plate. You would know no other way to describe what you're seeing here than a fallen paladin. One who has been somehow corrupted. It's full plate armor but blackened. His eye sockets darkened. Even as I said, the white hair on his head starting to fall out. Bits of his flesh necrotic. You don't see, like, there is no simple cinch to pull here and pull off plates of armor, or no obvious weakness.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try this. Why not? I will cast Daze Monster using my meta magic on him, on the Death Knight, and use it. Oh no, there's no advantage with that. That's just D6, 6 HD or less are affected.
You cast your spell. As you try to daze, you lift your hand. You feel the weave of your spell dissipates and falls to the ground, having no effect.
So, being that it's using my meta magic and is not affected, can I bounce it over to another one?
Yes, you can.
So I will bounce it to the one that is holding Brim.
All right. So you bounce it over to the one holding Brim, and what is the DC again?
6 HD or less are affected.
No DC?
No DC. I wish.
All right. And remind me the effect.
The effect is this spell functions like Daze, but it can affect only one living creature. So Daze would.
Yeah, I know. So you see, Brim, you kick this one. but he ducks out of the way, knocks your foot aside. You see Gimble's spell settle on him, kind of bouncing off of the Death Knight in front over to this creature, and he staggers. He seems to be disoriented. All right. Who did not go? Anyone?
Just Ashrin.
Yeah, Ashrin. All right. So, Ashrin, she rushes forward to Brim, and she lays her hands on Burn as he is cradled in Brim's arms. You hear her mutter divine prayer. Please, please help him. And a warm light covers Brim's body. You feel Brim twitch in your arms. Or pardon me, you feel Burn twitch in your arms, Brim. Burn, Brim. Yeah, so now, the Death Knight. Thank you, Antiquitous. So pick who you want that to go to. Asherin got 100 an advantage. Thank you, Pat Draws. And then Antiquitous gave 100 to the party, so pick who that goes to. Hey, Virtual Wizard. By the way, we got a lot of folks I'm recognizing in the chat whose names I don't know as followers, so we have one question for you here at Blue Box. If you're watching right now and you're not a follower, or if you're a follower and you're not a sub, our question for you is, what are you doing? Come on, give us a follow. We're a fast-growing channel. We appreciate all the love. And you... Shorewin. I see you, Cavalier. You will come to see things my way and perhaps be a servant for us. And he swings his blade. It's a massive two-handed sword that he wields. And hold on here. Remind me of your armor class, please.
18.
18. Okay. So.
That's 37 to hit.
Plus, I know. We'll see.
Right.
The first blow hits. Both blows hit. Now you are medium-sized, so you feel this blade bite into you. With the first blow, you take 6, 9, 12 points of damage. With the second blow, you take 16 points of damage. You don't feel anything from this that is particularly evil, but the power coming from this creature as it slams this blade, it bites through your cavalier's armor. Your pauldron is slashed. Your ribs are slashed with the second blow. Blood flows. Don't worry. You will not die. You will simply join us. As it says this, the other two, this one, dazed, staggers back and does not attack. Whatever it was that Gimbal did has bewildered it. This one rushes from the forest, and he's either going to go this way toward Lilith or this way toward Shorewin. So let's do a D6, 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 4 to 6, coming at Shorewin. He gets no attack that round, though. Too much distance to cover. Shorewin, you see this other black-clad knight coming straight at you. Then you also see a figure moving here. Hard to see what it is. Kind of pulls out from behind the trees and then back behind them. So not engaging in combat, but lurking. And we go to initiative. You won last time, so you're rolling again. DM has a 4.
Get good.
6, yay!
A 6. Okay, all right. We're going to start now with Shorewin. Shorewin, You stand before this monstrous-looking necrotic knight. You can feel the wave of fear coming off of him. I need everyone now in the party at the start of this round to make a saving throw. This is going to be a will save, unless you're immune to fear.
I have a +2 to fear. Save
Remember,
from
Yeah.
Mind's Call.
+2 because of
Yeah,
my-
+2, right, exactly. So it's a will save DC 10.
And we can use advantage for this?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
DM not using advantage yet. Hey, Dirty
I
Davy.
rolled 11 on the die, so.
Dirty 20.
All right.
I rolled a 15 on the die.
You're fine.
so
All right,
17.
Gimbal, you look less sure.
Yeah, this game amuses me. So I got a 4 plus my 6 plus the 2, so I got 12.
Gimbal, you feel him tremble, start to scrabble out of your arms, Brim, but you hold him tight. We go to the attack. Shorwin, what do you do?
So, real quick, I just need to double check something before I do this.
Take your time. So we have Shorwin here. For all of our new viewers, you're looking at a live battle cam here. The party, let me walk through it. So this is Shorwin, our cavalier. He's standing face to face with this wicked-looking creature, which I have already explained to the party as a Death Knight. That is not a good thing. Then you have over here Brim, the massive half-ogre. He carries in his arms the near-to-death body of Burn. Yes, the original Burn from this Hamlet original T1 module, although we are now 40 years later. So Burn is now a powerful wizard, and you'd have to watch the previous episodes to understand why he's in that condition. You have here Millie. Millie, the amazing, swashbuckling, just pretty cool character. Back here you have Lilith, and then Gimbal, who is riding on Brim's shoulders, and Ashrin, the cleric NPC there. All right, Shorwin, what are you doing?
All right, swift action. Can I do that before I attack?
Yes.
Okay.
Either
So
way.
I'm going to challenge the Death Knight using my challenge. And so I'm going to look at him and go, "You think you can turn me? Instead, I will take you and turn you to ash." And so then he's going to take extra damage on my attack, so I'm going to attack him with my sword.
All right, very nicely done. Roll to hit. Lilith, if I left you out, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
And I was using advantage, so 28.
Hang on here. Let me double check.
And this is that +2 plus.
That's a hit.
Good. Okay. And so I have to do a couple, so I've got to roll a 1d8. Lots of math going on. That's
Hello, Veneration Greco. Welcome to the Mad Chatters. The Mad Chatters is the best chat on the most mediocre D&D channel on Twitch. Not because of the players, because of the DM, and everyone is welcome.
That's 14 points of damage.
Wow, okay. You slam your blade into the Death Knight. You see his pallid eyes go wide, and his white brow arches in direct challenge to the brow glory of Winston and Shorwin. And he is clearly, now you have his attention. Let's go to Brim.
I'm running.
All right, so he's still in front of you, Brim, so you can sprint here. He's dazed, and you're going to go around these trees, correct?
Yeah, 'cause I just want to step around so I'm not getting close to that Death Knight.
All right, so you run around the trees. Here, let me put you here. All right, so you're running around the trees here with Burn and Gimbal atop your shoulders. Thank you. Oh, cheers coming for Brim, Antiquitous, a couple of them. Thank you, Renreb.
Thank you, Pat.
Miss Micah. I didn't see Miss Micah earlier. Thank you for joining us. If you haven't yet, type !Hamlet in the chat for a chance to win this gorgeous reprint of the original T1 module, which will be autographed by me. Maybe that diminishes it for you. If you don't want the autograph, I won't. All right, so you spin around the corner. Gimbal, what are you doing as this happens? You're atop Brim. You're jostled on his back as he runs around the corner of the trees.
Yeah, he would. Oh man, there's that guy right there.
That guy right there is not so this guy you're referring to, he's not facing you. He's turning and watching this. So we can get to him in a second, but he's not intersecting the path here that Brim is taking out of the forest.
If possible, as Grim.
Gimbal, you got inspiration. Thank you, Antiquitous.
As Grim is going around the corner, he would want to be set down or hop off if that can be done a little ways back.
Well, hopping off might be dangerous from Brim's height, so why don't you tell me how you roleplay that with Brim?
So as Brim is running around the corner, seeing him take this lead out of the grove, he would just, Brim, please, down, let me down.
He just scoops under Burn with one arm, not even looking back. You better come back to me in one piece, as he puts his arm back with his tricep and arm going down like a slide.
I'll come back as many pieces as I am now.
Oh, I love that. All right. So, Gimbal, you slide down Brim's extended arm, and you land in the grass as Brim sprints past this figure. So you're right here. That's a swift action. You can still take an action. What do you do?
Perfect. So I'd like to move 5 to 10 feet closer towards that big rock, like putting that dark tree between me and
this big rock, or sorry, this big rock, or there's two?
The one that Brim was originally by.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, that's about 8 feet. You're right there.
Yeah, perfect.
Let me move the tree so we can see you.
Full view of the major group of people.
You can. I'll pull the tree away so people can see. But yes, there's a tree here. You can see what's going on.
Perfect. And he will hunker down slightly on a knee, reaching into his pocket, giving a slight nuzzle to Squeaks, pulling out a piece of fabric, and he'll pinch it between his fingers and pull and push it together and pull and push it together. It's just fabric, but he's warming it up between his fingers as he reaches out and envisions a terrain or an illusion in front of him as he casts Major Image. Let me double check. Yeah.
Okay.
Major Image. So Major Image, this spell functions like Silent Image, except that sound, smell, and thermal illusions are included in the spell effect. While concentrating, you can move the image within the range. So it still applies by that 40 by 40 square kind of limitation. And he would like to create an image under the whole mass of people. However, under his companions, putting them on a 5 by 5 type of round cylinder pillar. And then the illusion for everyone else, the Death Knight and the other couple of figures there, would be a deep pit, maybe 25 feet deep, with spikes at the bottom, some kind of illumination at the bottom, with just the stench of rot and death under them, and slight, no sound this time. So just this deep pit with spikes directly under them. Suddenly, the ground has disappeared from underneath of them.
Okay, all right. So Gimbal, that's what was the radius? You said 40 by 40?
The radius of the illusion is 40 by 40.
It wouldn't be a true radius, but it would be like a sort of a square. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So 40 by 40 square is what it is.
Yep.
All right. You, with your own vision, see this pop up. What is the DC to disbelieve or resist?
So I want to use it advantage, And I believe you said that gives a +2.
Well, either that or you can remove advantage, your choice. So the way, this is a really important mechanic here. Oh, we got a hype train. Thank you so much. Welcome to a lot of our new viewers. Great to have you. Welcome. Thank you for the sub. We just got from, hang on here. The gift from DM's Quest. Thank you so much. Gift to Dyphemist and Dirty Davy, Penhead, all of you so active in the chat. We appreciate it. And we're already on our way to a level 2 hype train. All right, so that 40 by 40 square, what is the DC for disbelief or persuasion?
Without anything, it is 17.
All right, so if you use advantage, I'll give you two choices. If you choose to add a +2 to the DC, then that will be that will make any sort of advantages still applicable, but from the other side, but they will have to roll over that +2. If you want to remove the disadvantage, you have to choose it per creature, right? So you would have to use, for example, if there are 4, then you have to use 4 advantages to disadvantage each of those creatures, and each of them would burn an advantage to go equal levels. Does it make sense? It sounds a little complicated, but I think it's a pretty easy mechanic to run, and I like the way it works to balance the game. And DM's Quest, bring it. Jay Birchfield, advantage for Brim. Thank you so much. We're on our way to a level 2 hype train. What do you want to do, Roy?
So I will use 3. There's 3 of them in there, or can I get all 4 in there?
There are now 1, 2, 3. Yes, all 4 of them would fit in that radius, or in that square.
Would that mean some of my companions are not in that square? Because that would be cool.
Everybody's in there except for Brim. Brim's the only one outside of it. He's over here, right? Thank you, Kiegia, for Ashrin or Squeaks.
Yeah.
2 advantages to Gimbal, 1 from Antiquitas and 1 from Pat66.
Thank you.
Thank you, NPC voices. All right, so you'll get everybody but Brim in this. What do you want to do with it, Roy?
Okay, and then my companions have like a pillar under them because they would fall into this too. I
Right.
believe.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll use 4 advantages against all 4 of those guys. Yep.
All right. The DM is only going to use 1 advantage for the primary, the Death Knight. No, actually, he's going to use 2. He's going to use 1 for the shadowy figure, which means it'll be just a basic, straight roll. For the other 2, they're going to roll at disadvantage. And you said again, I'm sorry, I keep asking. The DC was 18, 17, 17. All right, all right. So for the Death Knight, all right, he is not impacted. He clearly sees through the illusion. That was a 16 on the die. He's got bonuses. This one here, this shadowy figure that's standing behind the rocks, that is not engaged in combat, he seems to have no reaction to it. The other 2, which are the ones rolling at disadvantage.
1 for you, Shoreline.
All right, both of them scream and leap out of the way. This one leaps into the bushes. This one scrabbles toward the rocks, disengaging. That creates an attack of opportunity for Shorewin on this one and Millie on this one. Roll your attacks of opportunity. Go ahead, Shorewin.
Question, DM.
Yes.
Question, DM. So would the illusion been big enough for them to feel like they're just falling and they don't have anywhere to leap to, like the ground disappears?
Well, so yes, but their instantaneous reaction would still be to run, right? So they're gonna try to leap. If they still see the illusion, they may just fall to the ground next round. But no one is just going to, like, when you see the ground disappear, you're gonna try to like leap, move, run away. All right, so go ahead,
Sorry,
Millie.
that second question.
Go ahead, Gimbal.
If they do fall with the illusion that they believe that there's spikes under them, would they also then...
Yeah, you're talking about the dream effect. Would they take sort of psychosomatic damage? That will be a product of a secondary roll. All right, Millie.
I have a question.
Yes.
That guy was dazed. Does he react to that at all because he was dazed? The one that was by me?
Well, if he didn't, it would really negate the effect of Gimbal's spell, and I don't think that would be the appropriate thing to do here. I think, it's a great question. I think he's dazed in the sense that, he's not able to attack, but when he sees the ground falling out from his feet in a pit, he's not stunned. He's not unconscious. He's just, a level 2, we hit it. Oh, Zarathananana, thank you so much. Look at that. We're at level 3. Let's go. Fantastic. So they both leap toward the walls, screaming and scrabbling and falling to the sides. What an outcome. Well done, Gimbal. That was fantastic.
So, and we're doing our attacks of opportunity, right?
That's correct. So go ahead and roll.
30.
Okay,
that's a hit.
Really first.
That's a hit. Old Dirty Ryan, thank you for the sub.
And because I hit with my rapier, it's going to include the menacing swordplay, so he has to roll to avoid me taking intimidating demoralization.
Okay, perfect. And really quickly, Millie, when you sound great when you're facing your mic, but because you have a directional mic, speak up when you're turning away, if you could, please.
Sorry.
No worries. Sorry. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh my gosh, we're on fire. Ranger Harley, welcome. Level 4 hype train. I'm sorry, I just think it's incredible. Great job, everybody. All right, so go ahead.
And I rolled a 6 on the die, so it's 13.
All right, so as he sprints away, you plunge your blade into him. You see blood squirt out of his armor as he staggers to the ground. And you sort of step toward him, pursuing him, because you see that there is nothing. You recognize Gimbal's spell. You see this platform that follows you. You have no fear of what's happening. Let's go to Shorewind.
I rolled a 19.
That would not normally hit, but you're flanking because he's running away. So you strike him as he flees and roll your damage. We hit our level 4. Let's go, hype! Thank you for the subs.
14.
14 damage. Wow. Okay. You feel your blade, it rakes down the back of his armor. You split the black plate right down the middle. You see his back open up. It flays like a steak that has been filleted down the middle. Blood spurts out from his back as he staggers and plunges into the foliage there. All right, we got... with a rebel yell, more. Thank you for the additional cheers. Machik, thank you for the sub gift to the community. We got DM's Quest gave Druid Camaraderie to Lilith from Kiegia. Thank you. What else am I missing here? Put the kiddos to bed. Right. All right. Kiegia for Lilith. Another advantage. Make sure you mark those down. I can't track these. You got to track your own advantages. I'm only tracking mine. All right.
I don't know if you caught it, but Ashwin had gotten another advantage as well.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I did not catch that. Thank you. All right. As this happens, Millie, you get your full round action. What do you do?
All right, so is the one I just
he's clamoring at this rock right here. So you see he's scrabbling, trying to get up on this rock.
So his back is still to
His back is to you, yes.
Okay, well, I'm going to attack him.
Well, we know what that means.
Okay, rapier first. That's 28 to hit.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a hit. Another advantage for Millie and Lilith from Jay Birchfield 3. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And I'm actually going to use I'm going to use my advantage from Jordan there on my dagger.
Okay.
And that's dirty 20.
All right, yeah, both hits.
All right, sure.
So as he's scrabbling on this rock, you plunge your rapier into him. You feel it puncture through the armor right at the top of the shoulder. You bring your dagger across. You hit him right sort of where the kidney is. It punctures through the armor.
18 points of damage.
Tell me what it looks like.
All right, well, Yeah, so he's running away. So Millie's just gonna kind of stick her blades back in and kind of shake her head like, ruin a perfectly good night.
I love the nonchalance. Fantastic. All right, we got 2 minutes left on the level 5. No pressure, guys, but it would be super cool to hit it. All right, now let's go to Shorewind. Shorewind, your full round attack. This guy has dove into this bush. He's scrabbling away from an imaginary pit. You get your full round attack.
All right, we are gonna go and attack the Death Knight again.
All right, so you sprint away from him. The Death Knight stands there, unmoved by the illusion. His blade high. When you step to him, you're going to provoke an attack of opportunity because you were outside of his attack range. So we'll resolve that first. I did not use advantage, and I should have. As he comes forward, he swings. Your blade knocks his blade away. It's heavy. You feel the jarring of this two-handed massive blade he wields. It rolls up your arm, your elbow, your shoulder. Everything feels like it's vibrating from the power of his blow, but you knock it away. Your attack.
All right, with advantage. I'm blowing through these advantages tonight. That's going to be...
Thank you, everybody!
27.
That's a hit.
Fantastic.
Owen got 1, and Lilith got 2.
Yes, thank you, Renreb. Thank you, Kiegia. Wow. Ain't no chatters like the mad chatters. We got a level 5 hype train. All right, we got to go to a quick pause here. This has only happened, I think, once before on Blue Box. All of our players, let's give our viewers, our mad chatters, a round of applause. Thank you so much. By the way, not only do we appreciate it, it encourages us. It also helps pay. Thank you for the sub, Greyhawk Mike, for this incredible investment. We have a brand new Alienware PC that I purchased yesterday coming that is going to up-level all the smoothness and the value of the stream. Everything you do for us, we put right back into this channel because we love our viewers. And oh, man, that is incredible. Thank you, everybody. All right.
Brim, did you see your advantage, by the way?
I lost it.
You got 1 from it.
13 points of damage.
All right. You slash across his shoulder. His pauldron is heavy and thick, but you manage to pierce it. You see, as you slice it, no blood comes out. There is no bleeding. There is no obvious expression of natural flesh. Thank you for the sub, Rayu71. As he staggers back, he fixes you with those brows, and he arches one again in a brow challenge to you. And we go to Lilith.
What kind of armor did you say he was wearing? The lich?
Plate.
He's wearing full plate armor.
Okay. Lilith.
Another 100 for Brim.
Lilith will kind of look around to kind of get a gauge of where her entire party is. If she can kind of see everybody. I don't know if she can see Brim or not.
No, she can't. So if you're watching the camera here, let me bring up the full battle cam. Thank you, all mad chatters. You guys are on fire. Ancient Gamer. All right. So if you look here, and this will be a little bit delayed. Another new follower, TracyAnn2038. Thank you. You'll see here, Brim darted around this side, and so he's behind this tree and this rock. So he is outside of your vision currently.
Okay. She'll kind of scan around and look, noticing that she can't see Brim. She gets a little bit nervous, trying to see, looking around, and then she'll look right at the lich and cast heat metal on his armor.
All right, and to be clear, he's not a lich, he's a Death Knight. I don't want to confuse any of our viewers.
Okay, that's fine, yeah.
All right, so you cast Heat Armor, and describe the spell for us and tell us the DC.
The DC is 18.
Okay.
And will
save?
Yep. It says... Oh, I can attack 2 people because it says target metal equipment of 1 creature per 2 levels, and I'm level 5, so I can hit 2 creatures.
Do you want to do that at advantage and make him roll at disadvantage?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that at advantage as well.
All right, I'm sorry. You said the DC was what? Well, will save again.
Will negates, yeah.
But what was the DC? I'm sorry, one more time.
18.
18. All right. Will save. So I would use advantage. So your disadvantage means I just do a straight roll, and
I can target 2 creatures, so I'll hit him and whoever else is.
What's the radius on your target?
Close 25 feet.
25 feet.
5 feet.
Okay, so the only other one you can get. Well, no, actually, you can get. So you have 2.
25, 30, 35.
So you can get this one here, which was stabbed in the back by Shorewind, and is lying in the bushes, or this one that's done nothing and just stands here in the shadows.
Is he wearing metal armor that I would?
He is. Yeah, you can see.
I would go after those 3 then.
Thank you, Moose. Another advantage for the DM. All right. So both of them make saves.
Yep.
All right. So this one, you now for the first time see his face. He smirks and shrugs off the effect of your spell. I'll tell you the face you see in a moment. This one, you hear, the Death Knight cries out. You see he seems to be patting at his armor as he steps back.
It says creature takes fire damage if equipment is heated. It takes full damage if armor, shield, or weapon is affected.
Yeah, full damage roll, please.
Yep.
Did he step out of melee?
The creature takes a minimum damage, 1 point or 2 points. See the table. Okay, so is it warm, hot, searing, hot, or warm?
Searing hot. Like you got him full blast. He blew his save badly.
Okay, so then it lasts 3 to 5 rounds, and then it's 2d4 points of damage.
Nice.
All right, roll the 2d4, please.
4, 5, 6.
All right, you see he staggers back. As he staggers, Shorewind, he actually disengages from you. I'm going to give you an attack of opportunity. As he pulls back away, and you see this figure that smirked moves closer toward him.
And as a free action, Lilith will just shout out, "Brim!"
Does a 22 hit?
It does. Because he's disengaging from you, so he's got a bit of a disadvantage. Not full flanking, but I'm not giving him his full dex bonus, so that is a hit. Roll damage, please.
15 points of damage.
All right, this time, your blade, you catch him low right in the hip. You slash through the bottom of his breastplate into the covering of his hip as it goes into his leg greaves. Again, it bites. You feel flesh. You see no blood. Actually, this time, you see a bit of white dust puffs out from the rent armor as he staggers back. And who has not gone? Lilith has gone. Millie, so only Ashrin. Mm-hmm. Ashrin's the only one that hasn't gone yet, right?
Right.
All right, so Ashrin had healed. Ashrin now, she turns to this one laying in the dust. She holds out her hand and she utters divine words. Bring fire down from the heavens. As she does so, you see light that comes from the sky, and there is a powerful emanation of divine energy.
Please strike.
As she does this, his save. Oh, you see the black armor smolders. Smoke comes up from his body. He twitches. You hear a scream, a cry. I can describe it as nothing more than like a lobster being dropped into boiling water as he shivers under the power of this divine energy. His body twitches and he stops moving. Okay, Ancient Gamer, advantage to everybody in the party. Thank you, Ancient Gamer. Now, let me describe what you saw. follow. Thank you for the follow, Wickeller93. And we've got a great giveaway tonight. Hang on for a second. I'll tell you the giveaway in a second. But party. As I mentioned, Lilith, you first recognized this creature that moved forward next to the Death Knight. He stands in armor which gleams but has a blackness to it. And I think the party knows where this is going.
Yeah.
But for our viewers who may not know, you see a familiar face, but this face is unfamiliar. You see the paladin you once traveled with. His eyes blackened, his face haggard with a leering grin. Gimbal, even through the trees, so you can kind of see this where you're at here. Let me pull the cam back out so you can see. Gimbal, you are here behind the tree there. Brim, you're here. He's here, so everyone can see. It's triangulated. If you can, that's probably the best angle to see. You see Ulrith as he steps over and he links arms with this Death Knight. And we're going to go to break.
All right.
You can feel it. You can feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it coming. Weekend, right? All right, so we're going to go to break. It will not be a long break tonight, but it will be a break. And we're going to have our giveaway after the break. And reminder, type !Hamlet for this autographed copy of a reprint, a glorious reprint of the original Hamlet module. You're not a Greyhawk fan, you're not an original D&D fan if this does not make you have chills. This thing is gorgeous. It's got the original TSR Geneva logo on it. It's all original Gygax stuff. It's got all the inlays. Everything is like the exact original module. This thing is gorgeous, and this is a special. You won't find this as a giveaway anywhere on Twitch tonight, and we'll do that when we come back after the break. Now, before we go to the break, I want you to be prepared, Josh. You're going to do your Monster Monday coming out of the break. So you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Type !Hamlet for that giveaway, and we will be right back at Blue Box. We'll leave the mics hot. Mics stay hot, so don't think we're like missing out if we actually have them on. They're supposed to be on, and you can chat with our players during the break, which is a fun part of what we do here. And we will be right back.
Question, because I'm curious. Because I wouldn't know, Millie wouldn't know, but I just wanted to know, what was the spell that Ashton cast?
It's raining, man.
As a fellow cleric.
So, Millie is not a cleric, and I can't tell you that. So I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that off stream. I'll tell you that off stream. I won't tell Millie on stream. If it were Irda, I would tell her. But Millie, you have to wait. Good question.
I was curious because, I do play a cleric sometimes, and I was curious if I knew that spell from my other cleric.
Your other cleric would, yes.
Other cleric.
Oh.
So, John, I don't know if you realize the image of the Death Knight that you've chosen. I don't know if you realize that's actually a famous World of Warcraft
Character.
I did. I did.
was terrified.
Well, and it gets better. So, Arthas comes from the same line as Uther in World of Warcraft.
What?
The
Yes.
Lightbringer, yes.
Unintentional. Wow, that is so cool. I didn't plan. I'm not going to lie and say I planned that cleverly.
But yeah.
I just look for images of Death Knights, and Death Knights are old school. They were in Dragon Magazine. They were in 1E, 2E. I'm using a kind of an amalgam of editions, which I do a lot. I like that because it creates cool stuff and keeps players guessing. So I'll just give you a hint. One of the things I'm using, there's one thing I haven't used yet. I won't tell you. But one of the things I am using is a spell resistance of 75%. So this creature is extremely resistant to arcane spellcasting. That is part of the 2E, 1E rule set, not part of 3.5. Now I do use some of the 3.5 will save sets and reflex save sets and all that, of course, but it's a super cool and big bag of money, Enoch Pratt. That's right. But that is cool. I knew it wasn't like that's just the artwork. So a lot of artwork we use here is custom.
Yeah.
You guys have seen that. But when I don't have custom artwork, I gank artwork, and I'm not selling this. So
So Uther literally trained Arthas in
Yep.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
So that's why.
wow, that is
that's why I
so
was like,
cool.
This is brilliant.
That is so cool. I'm not that clever. I'm just that lucky. But
I just love how chat blew up and they were like, "Is that the Lich King?"
Those of us that play WoW, as soon as that image came up, I messaged Millie or Evelyn in Discord. I said, "That's Arthas."
oh, Mark Views is drawing the Death Knight for us, so we're gonna have fan art of the Death Knight. That is awesome. Hey, Steve Bloodwild, I didn't see you earlier. Yeah, all the sound should be good, and thank you. I heard some comments on the video quality earlier. It's always a little bit better on this channel because I never run all my 4K cameras simultaneously on Greyhawk Awakening because it's all remote. Where we run into the most problem is our Sunday stream because I run 4 4K cameras simultaneously, and that's why I've got this gigantic Alienware box coming here in a week or two. But thank you to everybody that's helped, and lots of encouragement. Lots of folks, like some of the comments on our Discord this week and DMs to me, because people could see how frustrated I was on Sunday. Well, I guess it wasn't that secret, but I was super frustrated, and it was very encouraging to me. So thank you, all of you. Hey, Proto-Woot, and yes, it's going to be a lot of fun when we get this going. But I'm glad things are working well tonight. Yeah, I don't know anything about Warcraft. I really don't. Except they got cool art. Their orcs are awesome. You know, like they have the coolest orcs. I've definitely borrowed some orc artwork from World of Warcraft.
Especially for the
I have. Yes, you saw that. Yes, it was in the 4th Age campaign. Storgajol.
I was like, I know that.
Yeah, their orcs are so freaking cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I try to do a lot of custom artwork, but you know, I can't have custom for everything, and we're not merchandising or reselling this, so we're not violating copyright if we just share some cool artwork. And I try to always give a credence to whoever's got it going, but you know, it's hard to do everything all the time.
Thank you, Miss N. Mika.
Oh, Miss Mika, thank you very much. Oh, Loot I Repeat, I love those guys. Yes.
Oh, it says they said you have great chemistry with this campaign. That's awesome.
Yeah, that they do. All right, so if you haven't followed us yet, please give us a follow. If you're a follower and you haven't subbed, give us a sub, and we'll be right back here in just a couple minutes. We'll keep our player chat live.
Question, John.
Yes.
What is the cost for 3rd level spells?
Have I not given you that chart yet, Rory?
I thought there was a
I think it's pinned in the.
I think it is. Yeah. So just look at that table. I can pull it up, but that's why I pinned it for you.
Yeah,
Sorry, that was a little bit
it.
sarcastic, but
I was being lazy,
I get at least
John.
one of those
I was
a night,
being
right?
Lazy.
Yeah. So I forget. I think it's 100 maybe. No, 50. I think it's 50.
Yes.
It's not that expensive. So tell all our viewers, as I go up to use the restroom, what we're talking about here, because I think that's a good thing for our viewers to understand how we've adapted 1E, 2E to 3.5 and 5E. So you still have components and the cost of components, but not this sort of tail wagging the dog, burdensome process of tracking everything, and then also even talk about what I've told you about special components like a diamond or a dragon scale or things. Talk about that while I'm gone.
Okay. So I forget what you had mentioned about the special items, but in general, instead of having to go track
Evelyn
all
can
the
help with that.
items-
She knows.
all the items down, it's just a gold equivalent. So cantrips are 0, level 1 are 3 gold, level 2 is actually the one I meant, I think.
Which is what, 10?
I don't know, I'm looking for that sheet, but there's a gold equivalent for every spell, spell level.
Am
She just sent me something.
I?
So it just makes it so you don't have to track it all down, but you still have to have a functional component for the
Right.
for the spell. I don't see it in there though, unless it's in the rule.
Let's see.
Yeah.
It's in the house rules. It should be at
I
least.
tried to open that up and open.
It's not opening for me.
Oh, I think I know why. Because it is, but it's coming out as a download. You got to look at the bottom of your screen. So first level is 3 gold. Second level is 10 gold. Third level is 50 gold. Fourth level is 150 gold. I'm going to break into the community chest here pretty soon. Wow. So I cast 2 third levels. So that used up 100 of my gold. Hot diggity dang.
Holy crap.
That's a lot of gold.
Hot dog,
Have a
hot dog,
wobble
hot diggity dog.
So
Lilith at
You're
the
gonna have
So
to
that-
sell all your clothes.
So that's why I was trying. I knew it was expensive, but I mean, with the spell that he cast with Major Image, that's part of what he was going for. Is giving this illusion that they're over a pit. I might have to play that a little bit different next time,
Are you laughing at my thing?
but
I know
Yeah,
that. I know exactly that.
I
The
knew
idea-
you would.
the
Sorry.
idea being that they stay over this pit and they think they're being impaled if they, I guess, on the next round if they continue to fail.
That makes sense.
So there's just this illusionary or dream effect of damage taking place. So I mean, it could theoretically, providing the DM plays with it, it could theoretically cause a lot of damage or pain or death.
Right.
Mhm.
I love your use of spells. They're not very conventional. It's just like you take it and you put your twist to it. Your gimbal twist to it. I really like it.
When I have the what do they call it, to be polite on the stream, it's resting the
BITCH face.
the RB or whatever, RBF face, or sure, whatever it is.
Yes,
Yes.
that one.
Like when you see that on me on the screen, like on the stream, it's because I'm trying to figure out all this other stuff in my head. I usually miss a whole piss ton of information,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay,
You're trying to find the spell loopholes.
yeah,
where
well,
you
it's that, and it's like, okay, so I'm going to use this component. I'm going to word it like this. There's half my attention. Oh, now I'm going to use it here, and this is where I'm going to put it. And oh yeah, this one also has smell, heat, and sound. So how can I use that to my advantage? Yeah, so it's I lose all my attention
That
span.
is Rory.
Wait, what?
Look in the chat.
Check our Discord.
That's 100%. That's 100% you
In Discord or,
In
or
Discord.
Yeah, in our
in
group.
our group.
what are you saying about me?
No, we just sent a gift. That was. That is Rory. I feel like that's totally you. Like.
Yep. But I mean, even though it didn't quite go as planned, right? What plan goes as planned? I still got everyone to scatter a bit.
Mhm.
And the nice thing is Gimbal's constantly trying to figure out, okay, so I was pretty sure that my Daze monster was not going to work on the Death Knight,
Right.
but I knew I could bounce it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, we'll do this.
Which, that was clutch.
I mean, and the attempt is totally worth it too, because
yeah, you learn
for
so
sure.
much.
Why not?
There's a handful of information I know that I can't use against the paling now.
right. But you can't learn that until you try it.
Heck yeah.
No,
I
all
mean,
you
it
gotta
only
do
cost
is...
me my life, but
Yeah. You just gotta metagame it, guys. That's how you win D&D.
Duh.
Duh. What
I've only
class
seen
are
one person win D&D, and that was the cupcake and the hag.
you? Ah, that's the best way to win D&D.
Is it?
so I got
Yes.
some of that stuff in my sack, so to say.
Okay, so since John is gone,
Mm-hmm.
Sword.
He's
looking at
never gone.
I'm looking at the things I can wild shape into. And
Dinosaur?
yeah, look at it.
Actually?
Velociraptor.
Oh
Really?
my gosh.
Starting size is small.
Aw.
Speed 60 feet. AC is a +1 natural armor, 2 talons, and a bite. Ability score is straight K. Special qualities, low light vision and scent. But at 7th level, I can size up to medium.
Wait.
What is this?
Yep.
I don't know what the hell that.
The dinosaur?
Yeah, there's 2 dinosaurs. There's a
Yeah.
velociraptor and a something else. Hang on.
Diet nauseous.
Yeah,
Yeah, usually when you diet,
DIN.
you get nauseous.
yeah. I know it happens all the time.
Gimbal just died.
And
Did you get nauseous when you
No,
died?
he got nauseous when he came back to life.
that spreadsheet I sent you, Lilith,
Yes.
the beast shape one, literally
Yeah.
has all of the stats for all of the animals through
Ooh, yeah.
all of the things you can change into.
Okay.
Wait.
Me too.
So, what's the biggest creature you can turn into? Is it just tiny creatures right now?
Yeah.
Tiny creatures
Small
right now.
and
I think when I
medium.
when I level up, I think go bigger. I think.
Because like
It's small and medium right now. You
Yeah.
can do.
we need Brim riding in on like a T-Rex.
On a T-Rex.
Like a brontosaurus.
All right, so I'm angry.
Oh no!
I'm angry. I don't know why this happens every time we go to break. I come back, you're talking about dinosaurs. It's got to be
in the
Steve.
manual.
It's got to be Steve. Bloodwild is he's the Eddie Haskell of this channel. Always encouraging the good folks to do wrong and talk about dinosaurs. All right, sorry I was a bit late getting back. I had a little thing to take care of there, and let's get back to our live action. And here we go. All right, Blue Box continues. Before we jump into the action, we have a couple things we got to take care of. Again, a thank you to all of our viewers tonight. What an incredible amount of support we've seen. I haven't even looked at the growth and subs and viewers tonight, but it's been incredible. But it's also, I said Monster Monday has to be done. So, Josh, you're up. Give us Monster Monday. Viewers, if you don't know Monster Monday, it is the art of our most incredible voice actor, Josh, who does NPC voices. And I should mention, like every time you guys introduce your characters, I want you to introduce your any socials you have, any things you're working on, so people can know. But Josh, give us Monster Monday. Josh brought it up first, Pat.
Yep.
All right.
I'm muted?
No, you're good.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
you're good.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I got it.
Again.
What's that smell? Fire and brimstone stepping from the gates of hell. Hide looking like a hardened shell. Never roaming alone, got my pack, as you can tell. Flames lick from our jaws. Breath billowing out as we open our maws. Made like a volcano, the cone erupts. Magma sharpened claws. We once were pups. Mess with our master, we'll become the attackers, not a high-tech bug. We make good trackers. With our snoot sweet sniff, catching your scent on the winds, following you till the very end. Not made to be good, so we act evil on a whim. Not made for snuggling, so we'll tear you limb from limb.
Yeah, so I think I saw a couple of bad guesses. Puppies. I think the first guess that is right, which is the one I thought as well, came from Pat66. Is it a hellhound?
It is a hellhound.
Well done, Pat66. You win our applause and our hearty congratulations and pat on the back. All right, and as we get ready again into the back, the back third of the stream tonight, we are going to do a raid. I mentioned this earlier. I want to repeat. Of a new streamer. I think they have 30, and we're not doing that now, so don't leave. We're not raiding now. We're going to play. So I know sometimes I say raiding, people bounce. But when we get to the end of the stream tonight, we're doing a special raid from a new streamer, and I watched some of their work. It was really good. They had like 30 viewers, or probably 30 followers. So they're not even affiliate yet. And they're the kind of stream I would like to throw support behind. So we're going to do that, and I'll mention their name here in a second. And then beyond that, we have this great giveaway, which I've talked about, this Hamlet module. Reprint, not original, but it's a beautiful reprint. It's consistent with all the original, all the TSR logos. It's going to be autographed by me, and that's going to be given away here in a bit, ! Hamlet. All right. before I go back to the action, any questions from the players?
I got a technical question.
Okay.
So the way that major image, it doesn't. I think it just leaves it up to you on how I can do this. But it sounds like it's a stagnant image that I can shift around because it says I can move it. It lasts up to 3 rounds, but it says that I can move it. So the way it reads is, this spell functions like silent image, except that it includes sound, smell, and thermal illusions are included in the spell effect.
Right.
While concentrating, you can move the image within range. So the range is like 400 feet that I can actually cast it out to. So one question would be, does the image stay the same? Second question is, then if it moves and someone else enters it, do they then have to make the save? Could the same creature make the save again?
Yeah, so that you're right. So a lot of that is DM adjudication, and I'm going to say if a creature's made a save, it's basically like a dispel. They have seen through the illusion, so I'm not going to make them make that save again. The same creature will not have to make a second save just because you move it. So in this case, you had the 2 black-clad men. They failed. The 2 others, which were Uthar and the Death Knight, they both made their saves. They do not have to make another save. Even if you move it or shift it around, they have seen through the illusion.
A new creature would have to make the save.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
And if I recast it, then they would have to make the save again.
Yes, yeah. If you cast a spell again, they would have to, or a new creature that comes in would have to make that save as well. That's exactly right.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Let's jump back into the action. So I'm going to allow for some role play here. So you don't need to jump into immediate action. We'll do another initiative in a second, but you've just had something which, for all but Gimbal, although even for Gimbal is kind of rocking. You see Uthar, your erstwhile friend, the paladin. He now stands arm in arm with a Death Knight. You see his eyes are hollowed. His skin is still human, but pale. And there's a dark energy that flows from him. Ashrin cries out, "No!"
Gimbo will drop the illusion, being it's still up. He'll just let it go.
The image vanishes.
Shorewin moves over, prepared to continue fighting, because he has no idea who this is.
All right, sure, Shorewin, you're closing on the Death Knight and this other. All right. Everyone else?
Keep moving towards the exit.
All right, so Brim, let me come back here to the close cam. So you have Shorewin now closing with the Death Knight and Uthar, who is arm in arm with the Death Knight. Brim continues to sprint with the body of Burn. Brim, as you're sprinting with the body of Burn around the corner, you feel he stirs. Where are we? Are they here?
We're here and I'm getting you out.
Okay, we'll come back to that. Lilith.
Lilith will kind of stop in her tracks and just look at Uthar, particularly in the face and eyes, to kind of see if there's anything left of him in there.
Roll d20 for me, please. And just a raw d20.
16.
You have a clear sense. Uthar is gone. the Uthar that you knew at least as much as you can discern or divine. No, you are no cleric, you are no holy warrior, but your instincts tell you he is corrupted.
Now, would she know that it would be like a corruption past, like not being able to return?
She doesn't know. No, she doesn't know. Like I say, you have no divine sort of. You've not encountered paladins and anti-paladins or death knights, or these are all unfamiliar things to you. But your sense is, it feels hopeless, but there is no certitude of the hopelessness. I think that's what you're asking.
Yeah, okay. She'll kind of just take a moment to kind of soak everything in and drop her head just for a hot minute, and then look up and prepare, ready for battle again.
Okay. Thank you for the sub, Retro. Millie.
So the source of the wayward bolt returns. I see you managed to get your armor on properly this time.
You see his head pivots over in a sneer. You are no better than me, comes from Uthar's mouth.
Shorewin peeks over his shoulder at Millie.
You know this beast?
Yes. He is actually where our name came from. He was one of us once. I don't recognize what stands before us now, but he was once our paladin friend, though things have gotten a little different, it seems.
Gimbal, as you let your spell go, you're standing here by the rock. You see Brim from the periphery of your vision. He's sprinting off. Let me pull Brim up here so you can see. Like, he's here. He sprints off behind. He has made his way out. He's now behind the Death Knight and Uthar. You have full view of this dialogue. What are you doing?
I remember you had moved the trees previously just for viewer ability.
So this tree is kind of here. So you're somewhat obscured, but you can see through it. Like it's because you're short, right? So this tree is here. It's questionable as to whether or not these see you, but you can see them because of how short you are.
Right. So what I'd like to do is use my run feat, which allows me to go 5 times my distance, takes my turn, so that lets me go 100 feet.
Right.
And even if maybe, I don't know if I could do that in half distance, so my goal is to be quiet. If I have to only go 20 feet, I'll just go 20 feet. But I want to go as far as I can, very ideally trying to get around behind them.
So when you say behind them, you're trying to follow the same route that Brim just went? So back
pretty much, but I'm not trying to leave. But yeah, more or less.
Right, yeah, so you're going same route. Whoops.
Yes.
Not knocking over trees, you're not that big. All right, so you sprint around this direction. No one pays you mind. You're now behind this rock, which you can see Brim is here with Burn. The rest of the party, Uthar and the Death Knight, are here.
And while he's going on this run, he's going to be reaching into his pouch. There's a couple items that he, if you're on Discord, you know, that he bought, that he'll be reaching in for one of these pouches of powder that he had bought.
So since some are new to our Discord, go ahead and tell everyone what that is.
So he had bought, while he was there, he had bought a few different items, some things that he wanted to tinker around with. A couple of those items being irritants, a couple oil irritants, mango oils, and then some different powders of skin irritants.
Okay. So you pull this out?
Yeah, he'll pull one of those pouches out. Still a decent sized pouch of this fairly strong irritant.
All right. Anyone else in this sort of pre-initiative roleplay round? All right. Initiative.
I got good feels here.
DM has a 4.
Yikes. Oh,
Oh.
A 1. All right. This one, scrabbling against the rocks, still persuaded by Gimble's illusion. He drops to the ground as Millie's blades sever into his back and side and gurgles blood. Whoops, not Millie. Gurgles blood and falls to the ground. This one scrabbles and cries out. Thank you, Antiquitous. Lilith, you got another advantage. The Death Knight. And now what you know to be Uthar. Look at Shorewin. A smile on their faces. And the Death Knight strikes.
Quick note, just so you know on your roll, my armor actually goes up to +20 because of the challenge.
So what's your total? Your AC is down
It's
what?
20 instead of
20,
18.
yeah, not okay, so 20.
And John,
like plus.
Not plus, yeah, I didn't mean to say.
Yeah, it is a
during
plus.
during that RP round, Millie would have moved closer to talk to.
That's fine, yeah, okay. So Millie moved closer here,
Yeah, like kind of where
closer to
around.
where, yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Shorewin
she would
is,
just
all right.
move closer
Yeah,
to have that conversation.
yeah, okay.
Not show.
Yeah, that makes sense, all right. Uthar. I'm gonna roll at advantage. Thank you, players, for the advantage. Moose gave me one. Several. Oh, Phantom! Robert gave us 5 more. Antiquitous, another 100 for Shorewin and 100 for Lilith. Where's the love for the DM? I got enough. All right, so here we go. That is a hit. Second attack. Shorewin. You take 2 blows. The first cuts across your leg, slashes up, pierces your cavalier's armor, is being sliced to ribbons. You take 12 points of damage. Do you fall unconscious?
No, because I don't fall unconscious.
Well, okay, so that's right. You don't. Yeah, you're a true, like give respect. 1E, 2E Cavalier. He does not fall unconscious at 0, which is potentially bad.
Yeah.
The second, you take 9 points of damage as he slices across your shoulder. I don't know where your hit points are. This is how I DM. So I don't know. Are you up? Are you dead?
Still standing there.
You take these 2 blows. Uthar spins toward Millie.
Okay.
You should have followed me. The darkness is so much more than the light. It's a lie we were told. And he swings his blade toward Millie.
Opportunity parry and post.
Okay. And I'm going to use advantage. And, oh, not a great roll for me. Probably doesn't matter what you roll. That one misses. And he gets 1 attack. So you turn his blade away. You hear the sound of the 2 blades ringing together.
Can I respond to him? Now?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I prefer the dance between the light and the darkness. I like right where I am.
All right. We go to the party. We'll start with Shorewin. You're right in front of the Death Knight. He's hacked you twice now.
Shorewin makes a move to get away.
All right, so you're going to disengage, And when you disengage, that means you use that full round action, but you do not provoke an attack of opportunity. So you sort of bring your blades out, you push him back, and as you step away, you're now outside of his reach and no attack of opportunity. We're going to go to, thank you, Set Monkey. A disadvantage to the DM? What?
Dead monkey.
That's not DM love. All right, got to mark that off.
They used a heart though, so.
That's still not love. All right. All right. Millie.
Yes. I would love to attack Uther. He hurt my best friend. After all.
Ashra?
No.
Oh.
Why we're the wayward bolt.
Thank you, Ranger Harley. Always root for the DM. All right, so you leap toward Uthar. And if you're a new viewer... Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, if you're a new viewer and you don't know what she means when she says hurt her best friend, that's all on the YouTube channel. You can watch those old episodes, or we might talk about that in the after chat here. But Millith, Brimble, Shorewinston, that's on. Go ahead and pull that up again, Vivi, so I bring it to your shirt. Yeah, so that's all part of this story. All right, so go ahead.
So, I got a natural 19 on the die, and with my rapier training, I have improved critical.
You have improved. So roll to confirm.
What?
Level 5 rapier training, dear.
What?
And I'm doing my confirmation at advantage. That's 26 to hit.
That is a crit. Roll percentile dice, please. With the ever mysterious Tim, crit tables.
One hit Uthar. One hit Uthar, please.
It's a 66.
66. You've rolled that like 3 times now. You've had 65s and 66 on these tables 3 times. All right, so hang on.
These cozy gamer dice, y'all.
Yeah, all right. So you plunge your blade forward. And let me get to a 66 is, so if you don't know these tables, I consult these. They give me the body part, the level, the number, right? So 66 is a level 9 shot to the leg. So you get times 3 damage, and then I'll tell you what the level 9 shot to the leg. What's that?
It's 12 points total times 3, so 36.
36. Wait, so no, you do. So your base die. You triple that, then you add your strength.
Base die?
Yeah.
So that's 15 plus 7.
Okay, so 22. All right, and then your level 9 crit. Let me go leg here real quick. The first ever mysterious Tim crit table shot tonight. Your weapon slams into your opponent's knee, splitting the kneecap, severing some of the ligaments connecting the bones between the upper and lower leg. Your opponent falls to the ground, helpless until the next turn, stunned. He's got to pass a test, which is a roll, a con roll. The leg is useless for the remainder of this battle, and other stuff that is not relevant here. So you plunge your blade into Uthar's knee. You feel it sever the tendons in his knee. Ah! He screams as he falls.
I'm going to attack him with my dagger.
All right, roll.
Another nat 20. Come on, come on.
No, she can't have that many nat 20s.
It's a 19 on the die.
Oh my gosh. All right, roll to confirm.
It's a different die this time, so.
She's dangerous.
She is. Like, she's been so hot with the die. And she's honorable. I know her so well. She would never cheat. I know Evelyn. So anybody that's on the stream
23.
and you think, what's that?
24.
Yeah, so he's falling. That is also a crit. Roll percentile dice.
I saw my dagger. It's my lovely dragon.
And you have improved critical on your dagger too?
No, sorry, no, I don't. It's just the rapier.
So it's just a regular hit then?
It
Yes.
would have been a regular hit.
A regular hit,
it
yeah.
was a 26, yeah.
Okay, so it's a regular hit, not a crit. Yeah, okay. Roll damage?
Sorry, forgot that. Yeah.
No worries.
6 points.
6.
Yeah.
You slam as he falls, your dagger. You catch him in the hip. Uthar cries out, "Ah!" As he falls to the ground, we go to Lilith.
Can I get up to Uthar and attack him or no?
No, like that's too far. You're about 15, 18 feet away here. You can cast a spell, but a physical attack, you could close and attack next round, but you're a bit too far to do a close and attack.
Okay.
He did really ask why, Jordan. Dirty crit, that's right.
Dirty crit. Okay, so Lilith will wild shape into a bear.
Whoa! Okay, that's the first time we've seen you do that, right?
Yes.
All right. So describe. So I need something more dramatic than I wild shape into a bear. So describe to everybody what they see.
I guess with the passing week beforehand, Lilith has been spending a lot of time in this grove away from her group, trying to reconnect with the nature and just her druidic background. She had, in that time, she had learned how to wild shape and turn into different animals, one being a bear. She sees, oh, there's a bear right there! So exciting!
Yeah!
With the exchange between Millie and Uthar, Lilith takes a deep breath and realizes that her friend is no longer there. And anger begins to build up inside of her, and she jumps forward and wild shapes into a bear.
All right. So I'm going to call that, I'm not sure exactly how that works in 3.5, but in my game, like that's a full round action to make that transformation, but that's fine. So you leap forward. Millie, you see this monstrous bear leaping forward right beside you. You've never seen before. You smell its breath. You feel the thunk, thunk, thunk of its paws as it hits the ground. And we're going to go to Ashrin, unless, has any other party member not gone yet?
Gimbal hasn't, and Brim hasn't.
Well, Brim is running still, right? Or are you changing your course?
Oh,
Brim?
no, I'm just trying to get him out of there, trying to get him to a safe spot.
All right, so Brim is still running. Gimbal.
He'll continue the path and try to hook around behind the individuals. How far is it to get around the rock that he's currently at?
Yeah, so where you were at, pulling this up here. Sorry for the shaky cam, everybody. Just trying to give you live action cam. So you came around this rock. We're going to call that 10, 15, 25, 30. So that's your full movement.
So last time he was, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but last time, remember, he was using feet, which lets him go up to 100, but he's trying to be quiet, so I don't know how far that gets him.
So just tell me what you're trying to do so I can understand.
So ultimately, he wants to get behind them, still outside of their, with them distracted, get behind them and sneak up behind them. So as many rounds as that takes, but he does have that feat to utilize.
All right, so I'm going to say you sprint around this rock, and this round, to maintain some level of silence,
right?
You get around here. You see Brim. You pass right by Brim. Let me pull this cam up here so you can see. Brim is now running to the back of the forest with the body of Burn in his arms, and you sprint right past him. The two of you catch eyes. Anything between the two of you as this happens?
I'll just grin and wave my hands on my body like I'm all still here, and just keep going.
Brim has a look of absolute just fury, but he's looking forward and he catches Gimbal and he just smiles a bit, but baring his tusks, and just keeps trying to run with Burn.
All right, so he continues to sprint out of the forest with Burn's body. Gimbal, you come around and there is no sense you have been seen. You seem to have snuck up behind both the Death Knight and Uthar. Ashrin. Shorewin, you're bleeding. She runs up to Shorewin. She lays hands on Shorewin, seeing blood streaming from the joints of his armor. And Shorewin, you receive 18 points of healing.
Oh.
Thank you, Astrid.
Now you have the party. You see Lilith leaping forward in bear form now. The Death Knight looks over as Uthar slumps. He wraps his arm around Uthar. He does not attack. We go to initiative.
I was about to say they won initiative anyway, so
Yeah,
we were.
that's what I said, yeah.
So, Gimbal.
Oh, I'm rolling.
Yep.
Yeah.
You because. Oh no.
Roll
Yeah.
a 6.
Come on, Gimbal.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Oh, I got a 4. What'd you get?
Oh, 6.
6.
Six.
I got a 4.
Ashwin for the stream couple mousetrapped. That's awesome. I love that. You see the Death Knight. He gives a mocking smile. He scoops up Uthar with one arm.
No. Why?
I think we should rejoin this conversation in the future. I must tend to my friend, but I already have what we want. And you see he holds up the eye that you had given to Burn, clearly pulled from his body as he had been beaten and burned, no pun intended. He pulls a necklace.
Wait. I have a fate chip,
Okay.
and I don't want him to get away with that item.
It's a minor fate chip.
Yeah, it's the minor fate chip.
All right. How would you like to use it? Now, so for our viewers, if you don't know what this means like so we're using these horrible crit tables. If a player gets hit with a crit, they could die in one shot. The minor fate chips are part of how we create balance in this game, and she is now sacrificing her minor fate chip to alter what's happening here, which is a perfect use of that chip. So I love it. It's not that I'm not, but what that means is she renders herself vulnerable to future crits, which could kill her character. So just understand what this means. Not you, Millie. I know you know. I'm telling the viewers who may not know.
All right, so Millie, seeing him having this and having had a very difficult time handing it over to Burn in the first place, by the way, would be the one to, I think, to be very concerned about this being gotten away with. So she pulls 2 of the daggers off of her leg that she wears, and she takes them, and as she sees him reach, she just flips them both towards his arm to try to, like, stick him so that he jerks away so he can't grab the necklace.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do with this. Because they had initiative.
Right.
So what we're doing here is we're giving you the chance to jump initiative and make an action. I'm going to give you a DC, and I'm going to trust you on your rolls, or
Yes.
basically like a sort of a... So what you need to do is... Hold on here. So you're trying to knock the eye out of his hand. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Okay.
Trying to get the item
Okay.
where we can get to it.
So that's going to be a... and you can use advantage.
Okay.
And I won't disadvantage you on this because he was surprised by what you're doing. Your armor class is going to be against a 28. So it's like a 24 plus 4 for the called shot. So you're throwing these daggers. You need a 28, and you can roll at advantage, and I'll give you both daggers.
Okay. I don't know what to what do I add to it?
Yeah, so it's like a basic attack. So your nat attack roll, you're doing daggers. So those are thrown, finesse. So it's a dexterity bonus, base attack bonus.
Okay, so let me do the first dagger missed. Let me check.
Okay, the first one flies just wide of his arm. The second dagger comes from your left hand. We'll give you, before you tell me, -2 on your left hand because you're not a two-handed attack. You don't have you'll have that still.
I have two-handed attack.
Yeah, but you still take -2 on the two-handed attack, right? So
yeah.
Yeah, so right. So your primary is natural. Your because you're two-handed, you take -2. So your second one at the -2, whatever it is. I'm not trying to stop this. I'm just being. What'd you get?
Natural
20! All right, just for fun, roll a confirmation for me.
All right, I'll do it at advantage.
Kills the Death Knight.
No, she's not aiming at his head. She's aiming at his hand.
And flies back, goes into his eyes.
I rolled an 18 on the die for the confirmation.
Okay, all right. So then 16 plus your back. All right, you all see this. Evelyn, I'm going to tell you the core of what happens, but I'm going to give you the role play opportunity to describe it for me.
All right.
You see. Well, so let me give you the. So you see Uthar and the Death Knight both become misty and ethereal. Gimbal, you recognize this. You see the same magic, the same aura that you saw when you plunged into the pool inside of Halia's torture chamber. That same magic you now see enveloping both Uthar and the Death Knight. You know instinctively they are going to where you came from. And as this happens, Millie lets fly 2 daggers. The first flies wide, goes over the shoulder. The Death Knight cocks his head. But the second dagger, Millie, tell me what it does.
So, as he's holding that out and he's cocking his head to the side, so sure that this little tiny half-elven woman could not possibly do anything remarkable, she flips this dagger and strikes him right in the shoulder, knocking the orb out of his hand.
As your dagger slams into his shoulder, it hits a nerve. You see his hand spasmodically open. His thick gauntlet drops the eye. His eyes, still through the visor, visible, go wide. He's already disappearing. Too late for him to do anything. No! He swipes. His hand has already become ethereal. It goes through the eye. They both vanish. The eye drops to the ground.
And Millie snatches it up off the ground and tucks it back in her pocket, where it had been before she gave it to Burn.
Millie, you rush past the bear, now roaring here, right beside you, and you snatch the eye up out of the ground. In moments, the sounds of the forest again.
Now, Millie did not see Lilith change into the bear, so she was focused on the eye at that moment, but now is like, all right, and she kind of starts slowly backing away from the bear.
And Lilith will she'll make eye contact with Millie, hoping that she can kind of see that it is Lilith with her, and she'll kind of walk slowly and carefully towards Millie, and with her head kind of bowed down towards her. As she walks up to her, she kind of leans forward to kind of get like a little pet or a scratch on her head as she kind of comes up.
Nice bear.
And she'll look. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And she'll kind of turn up and look at Millie and kind of give her a little wink.
Oh. Oh.
And you'll notice that like the bear's hair is also like very messy, like Lilith. Like it's not very nice at all.
Yeah, once Millie takes a moment to process it, she kind of figures out roughly what she thinks is going on. And she's, all right, this is okay, I think.
Just kind of and then like kind of like and then kind of like go again for like a little nuzzle. Sorry, what were you saying, Rory?
Oh, I was just gonna ask if when Gimbal came around the corner, if he saw the transformation, or if there was already just.
No. So it happened before you came around the corner. So you came around, you saw this bear. This bear is now. So Gimbal is here. Let me show you here on the cam. Gimbal, you see this bear facing down Millie. Millie now seems to have calmed. The bear is pulled up and is showing no signs of threat. Brim, as he has showed, he is still. Brim, you have no idea what's going on. You are sprinting down the streets of Hamlet with Burn's body in your hands.
Shorewin looks around. We need to meet up with Brim. We need to find out from Burn what happened.
Where's Lilith, though?
And Lilith will just take off and like run towards Brim.
Still in bear form, right?
Bill in bear form, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so you see the bear. So I need you to make bear running motions for me, Lilith, just because it'll be fun. So you see the bear on all fours start sprinting, runs right past you. Gimbal, you hear the thunk, thunk, thunk of the bear's paws as it pounds the forest floor. Again, a note: no sign of Jeru. You have seen nothing of Jeru all this time. The bear sprints past you.
Shorewin is running towards the direction Brim went as well.
Gonna follow. Yeah, and then Millie just says, "I think that's Lilith," as the bear runs off.
Can Gimbal make an attempt to grab onto the fur of the bear?
Yes, okay. Yes, so the bear, again, thank you. The bear was running past you. I'm going to have you make a old school dex check, and let's do this at a... this is a tough thing to do. The bear's fur is not that long, so hold on. So let me tell you what. So dex check, again, that's 1E, 2E. So you're rolling underneath your dexterity. I'm going to put you at a -2. Which means a +2 to your roll. So roll whatever you're going to roll, add 2. That roll needs to be underneath your dex, which is a what?
16.
All right, so you need to roll under a 14. Under a 14.
Under a 14?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use advantage, so I'm going to mark that off.
So you're taking the lower of the 2 rolls.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah?
5 and an 18.
Yeah.
A 5. All right. Lilith, as you are tromping toward, you suddenly feel this diminutive figure latch onto your back. Gimbal, you can I actually balance this? Am I that good? I doubt it. This is so hard. The back of this bear is so slippery. Let me give it just another second. I think it's impossible, actually. This is like the bottle challenge, right? Yeah, it's not happening. All right, so he's on your back, and you're sprinting after Brim. All right, everyone else?
Lilith will just kind of look like over her shoulder to see who it is, to make sure that it's somebody that's.
Yeah, so the bear tilts its head back. You see Gimbal scrabbling up onto your back, his eyes wide, one ear gone, one finger gone, but still doing his best to grab onto your fur as he gets atop your back.
And then she'll try to pick up speed if she can. Like, hang on.
You're holding on, and she gallops off. All right, back to Shorewin. What are you doing, sir?
I'm running. As soon as I said what I said,
sprinting,
I took off.
Astrid sprinting, Millie sprinting. All right, you are all following.
Just for a point, everyone would have seen the bundle that Brim dropped at the very beginning.
Oh, well, if would I have seen like Brim holding it when we first went to the Grove? Did we? Because I mean, if it's theirs, but did I see him?
Yeah, I think everybody saw that. Yeah, he
all right,
dropped
well,
it.
Well, then Millie would grab it, if at all possible, before they left.
All right. You
She had
snatch it
noticed
up.
and drop it.
Lilith, as you exit the edge of the grove, you feel the touch of Jeru's deceased bear companion on your heart. A caress, a touch, an empowerment. Remind me of this next week. I won't tell you what this means now, but being in bear form as you leave the grove, where Jeru had just lost his bear companion of many decades, just weeks before, there will be an effect from this. And remind me of that. The next thing you know, you're now in the streets of Hamlet. It is still mid-afternoon. There are the sounds of townspeople all around, and then you hear sudden screamings. As a half ogre clutching a decrepit body, along with a giant bear galloping through the streets of Hamlet. Townspeople are scattering. There is fear all around. What do you do?
I'm still gonna run after Brim.
Gimbal
I'm
is
not
just
gonna stop.
Gimbal is just holding on to Lilith, well, the bear, hoping it's something nice, as hard, as strong as he can, just going.
All right, so Gimbal, I need you to make one more dex check for me, but this will be a +2 because you're already up. So your dex is a 16, you said. So all you have to do is roll below an 18 this time because you're already atop it. But this bear is you've never done this before. There's no saddle. What'd you roll? You haven't rolled it. All right.
Advantage again on this.
Weekend at Bernie's.
I got a 18 and an 11.
All right, that 11 gets you underneath it. All right, mark off that advantage. All right, so you're barely holding on to Lilith Bear as she bounds down the street. You see townspeople scattering. Still more afraid of Brim than the bear as they gallop down the street. And now tell me what everyone is doing.
I'm still chasing after the
All right, so let me rephrase. Tell me what you're doing, Brim, because you're kind of the lead of this whole entourage.
Brim was like, let's get back to the tavern as soon as possible because that's where my weapon is, that's where my armor is. So I just got to get him back there and I can protect him. And so I am bear lining it for the tavern.
Yes.
All right, so you're heading back to what do you say? A tavern. What tavern do you mean, sir?
Welcome Wench.
The Inn of the Welcome Wench, which is in this T1 module, which is our giveaway tonight. The original Gygax T1 Hamlet module. This is a reprint, but it's a glorious reprint. All the original stuff from TSR on it. It's so pretty. It'll be signed, and of course, you can find the Inn of the Welcome Wench in this module. Type !Hamlet to be in our giveaway, which is happening here in just a few minutes. If you're not already in, AAA, thank you for the sub. I'm shocked you weren't already sub, man. You've been such a great follower. So give me a second here, and I'm going to set up the Welcome Wench, which is going to take me a second. And as I do that, I want the players to role play this careening through the streets of Hamlet. This is on you guys now. Make this fun.
Am I able to catch up to Brim at all? Or
yes, actually, you're the only one able to, like a full-grown bear, that's fast. So you actually will catch him. So I'll let you guys role play it in whatever way you want.
Okay. Are you holding him like underneath your arm like that, you said?
I had him in both arms, but when you start to get close, if I can't see Gimbal, I'm just gonna start throwing a fist back.
I'm pretty sure you can see Gimbal on top of there.
Oh, okay. Then
He's on there and he's screaming.
screaming bad. This is gonna be very different.
Like the most exciting roller coaster you've ever been on.
Okay, he's gonna be very confused. But
Wait. All right, minus 200 XP for Gimbal for an anachronism, utterly inappropriate. No roller coasters in D&D, my friend. All right, continue on.
Okay, so how are you holding him, Brim? In your
I have
arms?
him under both arms.
Okay, so Lilith will try to run round in front of you and like stop in front of you. So now she's kind of like gone around and now she's kind of just stopped and she's like kind of like face to face with you. What? Like in a posture. It doesn't look like she's gonna attack, but just in a posture where she's standing and looking at you with Kimbo on her back.
And I'm just chasing the group.
Yeah, are we gonna? With that stopped, are we able to catch up then? Would that be enough time?
Yeah. So if he stops with the Lilith bear.
Lilith bear.
The Lilith bear
Lilith
would allow everyone to catch up. Yes.
So the fight's over, or we're still getting chased?
We're not being chased any longer, friend.
Oh,
No. We're quite alright.
Where do you plan on taking?
Should we go to the guy at the church for that one deity? What's his face? Saint.
Saint Cuthbert.
That one. Yes.
That might be a good idea to take him there. I would send it back to the Welcome Winch, just so I can get my items.
Lilith Bear. Lilith Bear will look at Millie, and you can tell that like Lilith Bear is angry, and she's like kind of looking at like Burn. She's looking at Burn.
No, you don't get away. No. You choose a bear. You don't get away with that easy. Vivi, give us an angry Lilith bear role play, please.
I did. I was doing that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed it. Give it to us again.
Oh yeah, she was doing a
growling.
facial.
Oh, okay.
Facial.
Okay, I know. I need the sounds. The sounds got to be louder.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds have to be
Yeah,
louder.
yeah,
Oh my god. Okay. She's looking at Millie, and she's like, Lilith Bear is very angry, and she's looking right at Bird. And she's like,
Now I'm assuming
Hey.
there are people gathering around us at this point. I mean, there's a bear.
matter.
a
She
burnt
doesn't care.
bear.
Oh no. People are not
Bear
gathering.
has no
People are
worries.
fleeing. People are
Okay.
fleeing.
Okay, so while they're fleeing, I'm just going to.
Do not worry, friends. We have this under control. Everything is fine.
Brim dear, how about you take Burn to the church and I can get your equipment if that would be of a help. If you don't mind me going into your room at all, I can carry it.
I can do without my stuff for the moment.
Alright,
And
I just figured I'd offer since we're right here, very close to the tavern.
It's fine.
Alright.
Lilith Bear looks angry, and she takes a step towards Brim.
Ooh.
Could we
Brim.
put the figure on the bear?
He's gonna look down at the bear and go.
And where are you putting him? Are you putting him down, or where are you?
I was gonna put him on your back.
Okay, yeah. And she'll lean down to kind of let you put him on his back. And then as he's kind of nice on his back, she'll reach around and grab his foot with her mouth and pull him down onto the ground. And then she's gonna put her hands, like each paw on either side of Burn, and like look down at him. Is he conscious?
Very vague.
Burn. You see his eyes flutter. He groans. So he is alive.
Okay.
He's on the edge of consciousness.
Okay, so he's still kind of there.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so she has like one paw on either side of Burn's head, and she's just looking down at him, just like, and like super mad. And then she'll, with that, she'll switch back to Lilith. And then now Lilith is standing there.
And Gimble's on your back.
Wow. Wow. Bravo.
She's piggybacking.
Yeah, no, like he's heavy for you, like you're not that strong. So like you see, like she kind of slumps, and there is a poll for the name of the bear. We have Lilith Bear, Lilu Bear, Brimble Bear, and Lilin Bear. But
Okay,
you get
guys-
to choose. Ultimately, Lilith, this is your choice, not anyone else's.
Oh, we can poll it. Let them poll it.
Yeah, okay, so they choose.
Throw it up in a poll. Yeah.
Well, it's in the poll, and the winner was Lilith Bear.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Lilith Bear won with 6 of the votes.
It should be.
Lilith Bear vanishes. Gimbal still on her back. The townspeople now have sort of spread across the streets, and they've vanished into houses and alleyways. The sight of this ogre bounding through with a mage in his arms that they don't even recognize, because like Burn is unrecognizable right now by virtue of his, Burns, and then the bear tramping through the streets. Now the five of you all stand here with Ashrin beside, panting heavily, Brim still holding Burn in his arms. Gimbal slides off of Lilith's back.
Burn's on the ground, right?
Yes, he's on
Yes,
the
that's right.
ground.
Yes, yeah.
As Lilith turns back into herself, well, as Lilith Bear turns into Lilith, she feels the weight of Gimbal on her back, and she kind of helps him down a bit. She forgot that he was on there. As a bear, different. As the Lilith, different. And she'll look down at Burn. You told us that you would protect this, and you would take good care of it. After you repeatedly told us that we were incompetent and couldn't take care of this and keep it safe. And you said that you would keep it safe, and it wasn't safe.
Burn says, and his head slumps over.
And Brim, once he sees her pull Burn down to the ground, he's literally going to drop down and kind of support his head and be like,
Lilith, I don't like him that much either, but we can't let him die here. We need to get him to church, then we can beat the...
and he says an ogreish word that's not on stream.
But
Yes,
he needs to survive first.
Besides, I do believe we still have a few questions for the...
Okay, so I got to do a quick OOC here. So wait a minute. I don't know what 29 messages were deleted. I can't imagine there were that many. That might be a bot issue. But timing out Bloodwild and Oronwar should never have happened. Hunter and Steve are always good chatters, so I think something went wrong with our bot.
Something went sideways.
So...
It says Orenwar was timed out by Bloodwild.
Wait, you can do that? Viewers can... Oh, we made him a mod. We did. Blood, Steve's a... No, what, Steve, why'd you time out?
He said oops. He said oops.
Oh, oops, all right, yeah. Yeah.
So that's what happened.
Yeah, sorry, everybody. That's that. Like, I don't want to be overly aggressive with that. Like, we are playing a clean channel here. You know, we use things like pissant or bastard or arse or, but we don't get into the heavy.
That's what happened was when he got timed out, all of his messages got deleted, because that's what happens when you time out a chatter, is everything that they've put in gets deleted.
Oh, golly, that's awful. Yeah. I'm so sorry. All right. So back, where were we? I'm sorry. What was the last thing we said?
I was yes. We probably, I do believe, still have a few questions for this fellow here, so it would be better to patch him up, get our questions answered, and then we can, be done with him.
And
I got a question for you all. Hey, Lily, you remember when we tried to go to the keep and they said we couldn't get in there?
Yes, with the libraries.
Well, I would assume he has one. Yeah, he's a wizard.
Yes.
So a point on that. Oh, and by the way, Lilith, and he'll reach and he has a little sack in his hand. I recommend you don't touch this. But if you want to spend a little extra time with our friend Burn here, I mean, you might want to put some on his skin. Might have some fun with it. Just don't touch it, okay? He'll be okay.
Brim
Wow.
So if you want to use it on someone or him or just please not on me or us.
Okay, so quick. So our viewers may be totally confused right now, and I think this is a good point again to point to our Discord channel. Evelyn will pop the Discord channel in. There's so much role play that happens in all of our campaigns, but especially this Tuesday night Greyhawk Awakening campaign. You can follow text-based RP. It just takes a few minutes a day, but you can really feel like the campaign is continued between the different streams. And there was a lot about what Gimbal is talking about now. He procured some very special regions from a store in Hamlet this week, and that's what he's referring to. So Gimbal, please continue.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's not going to kill him. It'll just really, really irritate his skin really bad. So, I'm not the biggest fan of him. I've got a lot of questions for him, but Millie...
Yes, dear.
Oh, I don't have mine anymore because I kind of had to leave it behind. I couldn't find it. But everyone here has been given medallions by, and he'll pause for a second, by Galen.
Right.
Should be able to access anywhere that... I mean, he's giving us the authority of Burn.
I understand that this conversation is rather important, but we have a man here who's missing part of his arm. I don't know anything about these medallions you speak of, but we need to get him somewhere to be healed. Can we finish this conversation somewhere else?
Brim's been walking.
Yes. And Millie followed while...
Yeah.
All right, so Brim, you're walking to St. Cuthbert's?
Yeah.
All right, so again, just love this. The viewers, they saw this. DM prepping the welcome wench, and then they changed their mind, but I'm ready, because they should do what they want to do. All right, so you approach the doors of St. Cuthbert's. Again, the townspeople are scattering away from you. As you get close to the doors, you see the twin archway doors. No one's out in front. The wooden stonework surrounds, and you can hear just sort of a quiet, angelic sound coming from inside St. Cuthbert's.
As we get to the doors, I'd like to nod to Shorewin kind of to help open the doors. But Brim is going to turn around to the group.
We will be kind and no talk of gore or pain within the temple. Is that understood?
Of course. I knew how to respect spaces like this. Very well.
Thank you.
Jorwin opens the door and holds it open for Brim to enter.
All right, so before you open the door, I love recognizing the chat. Everybody's awesome in the chat. Mad chatters are on fire. I want to call out, though, Mousetrap. Yeah, let's heal him so we can hurt him better. The door opens. As you open the door, you see the angelic sound has no source. There is just the Church of St. Cuthbert, a humble stone chapel with many pews behind, and the sound just seems to emanate from the walls. A soft light comes through the stained glass windows, and there is a feeling of peace. No sign of Canon Cuthbert.
Brim will walk in shakily.
Ashwin, dear, perhaps, do you have anything else?
I can heal him more. I still have a bit of power within me, if this is what you wish, but I'm really confused. It seems like half of us want to kill him and half of us want to help him.
Do not worry.
I'm not interested in his death. I'm just interested in more information and then having our business be done with him.
And Gimbals will have a bit of a resolve come over him walking into this place, still understanding, just the nature of the location and some memories. Yeah, Ashwin, I don't want him dead, and I don't want to torture him. But he doesn't give answers, so if a tickle under the arm will get him to speak, Lilith, use the whole bag. He just needs to be honest with us. He put us all in grave danger when he clearly had more information. So, let him be healed, but let him give us our answers that we should have had.
Shorewin's gonna give a stern look at Gimbal and then turn to Ashwin. Do not worry. He will not be harmed while he's under our care. I will make sure of that.
Ashwin looks over, and as though there were no words save the words of her deity, himself that could have impacted her in the same way. She nods at Shorewin, and she walks over and she lays her hands again on the blackened, burnt body of Byrne. And as she does so, you see there is a greater luminance to her spell here, standing on the precipice of St. Cuthbert's. And Byrne's eyes snap open. You see there's still a hole in his arm. The flesh does not heal. It looks like it cauterizes around the bone. There's still a gap between these bones where the eye of your shield was once embedded. And then you hear a voice come from inside the chapel. You see, what is going on here? St. Cuthbert. Or probably St. Cuthbert, sorry. Canon Calmert. Not St. Cuthbert. Canon Calmert. He comes walking down the aisle. Whoa, what is this? What? And he looks at all of you. His eyes go wide. By all that is holy, and in the name of St. Cuthbert, what has happened to you?
We were attacked. We found Byrne in the grove, and we were then attacked by a beast. Not even a man. White dust came from him. We ran back here as quickly as we could to see if we could get this man, Byrne, help. Can you help him further?
Byrne! He looks at the body that's now moving in Brim's arms, or set down by Brim, and he Byrne! He runs forward. As he runs forward, Byrne stands up shakily, and he says, "You must understand what has happened is of the most dire consequence." Lilith, do you want, or Millie, you want to say something?
I sent you a message in Discord, DM.
Okay, thank you. Hang on. Discord, got it here. And she said, "I want to sneak up and slaughter all the other players when they're not looking." Oh, I'm sorry, no, that's not what she said.
Make it in. Just for note, Brim had laid Byrne down on a pew and then was walking to the walls and just kind of tracing the cobblestone, looking up.
You touch the cobblestone walls. You feel Byrne, and again, this goes back to some of the Discord chat this week. You feel a peace. Different than your upbringing, but a sense of holiness. Even Shorewin, you feel a sense of connection and home as Byrne scrabbles off of the pew and says these words. Canon Calbert rushes over. Sorry, anyone else? Someone, I saw a couple. Go ahead, Gimbal.
Yeah, so Gimbal is just, I mean, he understands the area, especially hearing Brim's request of peace inside the place. So, but he has all this stuff flooding in, all these emotions being captured, feeling like he's been wronged by Brim, heavily wronged by Brim. After giving
Byrne?
the sack.
Byrne or Brim?
Yep, Byrne.
Okay.
Byrne.
Okay, sorry, just want to make sure.
Too many bees. Burning Bear and Brim. So Gimbal goes over by the door. The entrance is still on the inside, but he's just gonna go over there and squat down, bend his knees, and lean his back against the wall, and let Squeaks out of his satchel, holding Squeaks, just contemplating different thoughts. Not wanting Byrne not wanting Burn to die and be tortured, but just angry as all get out at him and just trying to reconcile these emotions.
As you see the rat for the first time tonight, he scurries up. He stands atop Gimbal's shoulder, up on his hind legs, and his head pivots around. You see the consternation, the angst on Gimbal's face. You see Canon Colbert reaching out toward Burn, who is staggering off. You see Shorewin, after speaking his words, Lilith, freshly transformed to bear and back. Brim, touching the walls of the chapel. And no sign of Millie. Millie has slipped out. And that is where we will stop for tonight.
Always know when he starts to describe each person individually, you know it's coming.
I do it during stream sometimes too, though. Don't get too cocky. I do it in stream sometimes too. But yes, that is a pretty common thing I do. And well played. Bravo. So it's time for our giveaway. Don't leave us yet. We have a giveaway. Thank you so much, AAA, Mousetrap, Fraley, Kiegia, Mikey. We have a cool giveaway tonight, a Hamlet module, T1, autographed by me. It'll be put Blue Box, DM, John, or Neuromancer in the front cover, and it is so pretty. It's a reprint, but it's a glorious reprint. Full cover, glossy, all the original artwork, all the original sort of TSR logos. Like, honestly, if you don't look at the ISDN, you would have no idea this wasn't the original. It's even got, I showed this earlier, the blue maps from the original. So we're going to do our stream MVP, our giveaway, and then please stay with us tonight. We're going to raid Constructed Chaos. Constructed Chaos is a brand new streaming channel, and they don't have all the production value that we have yet, but they've got great AV. I watched a couple of they just started their stream, I think, 2 weeks ago, and they're a great group. So we want to help them get to affiliate. Affiliate, I think, is 75 followers or something like that. So we can help them get there tonight with a great raid, and if everybody will follow when we get into that raid, I think that's a good way to support the community. We're all about the D&D community here, and they're playing 5e, which is still fine with me because I support all editions, but their D&D felt to me like good sort of old school style D&D, and I think you'll like it. Okay, so as we get ready for the giveaway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the Nightbot. You're going to see me kick off 5 names. So don't get too excited when you see your name come up, because you'll be one of 5, and each of our players is going to roll a d20 on behalf of whoever they're assigned to. If you're a sub, you get 2 d20, so it's advantage for subs. So if you're not following right now, you should be. If you're a follower and you're not subbing, you should be. And we have one question for you tonight. If you're not, what are you doing? No, that was so bad. What's good enough? All right. So give us a follow, give us a sub. We've had a great night tonight, but we're going to kick off those. Now, in the meantime,
is ready.
We'll do Stream MVP. The Stream MVP gets 1,000 experience points. That is assigned by you, the Mad Chatters. And so we'll go through each of the players. They're going to tell us why they should be Stream MVP, and then we will have the vote. And let's start with Gimbal. Why should you be Stream MVP?
Well, Gimbal was really creative, right? So he was able to use his meta magic and bounce his spell from one to the other, knowing that it probably wouldn't work, testing the abilities of one, landing it on the other, pulling him back away from Brim and Millie, giving her the opportunity to attack. And then I went ahead and cast Major Image, creating great fear inside of them.
Well done. That was so fun. All right, so Gimbal, a great choice if he's your stream MVP. And Gimbal, you're going to be rolling for Mikey B. Mikey B, a great follower, joined us back in October. He's been in a few of our giveaways, and he is a great viewer. So I know he's on. I just saw him. Don't even need to ask. Shorewin, why should you be stream MVP?
Indeed, Shorewin had a wonderful night fighting alongside the group. I just want to say he never cowered, even when his hit points reached -9.
Oh, you were at -9?
-9.
I didn't even ask. Oh my gosh. So, like, we talked about this last week on our LMA, our Lore Masters Arcanum. This is part of how I DM. I don't track my players' hit points because I don't want to fudge unnecessarily. I'll tell them their damage. I don't know if they have enough to survive or not. I had no idea you were at -9 on the precipice of death. That is crazy. All right, so Mikey B is on and he's a sub. So Gimbal, you'll be rolling for him. He gets 2, and you're going to be rolling for Terry. Shav Hunter, a new follower from November 3rd, and also a sub. So Shav Hunter, are you still on with us? Let us know.
Yeah, there he is.
And he is. Moose 20, thank you for the DM for Stream MVP, but unfortunately I'm disqualified. I never get those. But thank you so much. Hey, Satori 2046. All right. So you're rolling for Shav Hunter. Again, Terry, he gets 2d20. Why should Lilith be Stream MVP?
Lilith should be Stream MVP for...
Here, let me turn down the music and you speak up a little bit. You're still a little bit quieter than I don't know what that is, but go ahead.
Lilith should be Stream MVP for casting Heat Metal on the Death Knight.
Yeah, that was super cool. Caught me off guard.
And also on attempting to on Uthar, which led to him then revealing who he was. Also, the first ever wild shape from Lilith, bringing out Lilith Bear. Also, so the RP, John pushing me to RP Lilith Bear a little bit more.
No, but you killed it. It was so good. Well done.
It was good. Yeah. Giving Gimbal a ride. Describing Lilith Bear as her hair as kind of messy and kept kind of normally as Lilith would normally have her. Always ensuring that her best friend, first and foremost, knew who she was because she was unaware.
Yeah.
And then just bringing back that rage with her encounter with Byrne back in the house or back in his tower where he continuously kept demeaning us, and that's where her rage came from, along with just being in the forest. And I think it was very true to Lilith's character to be upset that these things were happening in the grove, where it's like kind of like a sacred place for her. Bringing that kind of anger forth, like you said with the Jeru and the bear, touching my heart, which I'll have to figure out later. So RP and bear talk with Grim.
No, that's so good. Bravo. And yes, you have no idea what happened to Jeru yet, so that's still
No. Yeah.
Yeah. So well done. Well done, Lilith. All right, so you're going to be rolling for Ranger Harley. Ranger Harley is a brand new follower as of tonight. Ranger, are you still with us? Pop in the chat. Tell us you're here. You have to be present to possibly win this super cool Hamlet module.
They're here.
And Ranger's here. All right. Now, he's a follower, not a sub, so he gets 1d20. And we're going to go now to Brim. Why should you be Stream MVP? Oh, sorry, Terry, go ahead.
He is showing as a sub in chat.
Oh, he might have done a prime sub.
He has a dragon. He has a dragon next to him.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yes, my bad. So the prime subs don't show in the Nightbot. So he's a sub. He gets 2d20. Absolutely. Sorry. My bad, Ranger Harley. All right. Brim, why should you be Stream MVP?
Brim, having no weapon or armor, chose pretty much his only spot in the battle that he felt was helpful, which was scooping up Byrne and trying to get him as far away as possible from what was going on. And from what he tried to roleplay with Gimbal, he was pissed, especially once he saw Uthar. He was ready to just throw Byrne aside, but he knew what he needed to focus on, so he kept running. And then the whole wonderful chase scene between Bear and Brim and Gimbal. And Byrne. Oh gosh, I can't do that.
Lots of running and great cardio. Nice, Fraley 17. You got your cardio in today. No, Byrne, that was Brim, that was fantastic. I mean, it's not the most glorious thing to do, but it was very smart. And you're a very sort of cerebral half ogre, and what you did there made a lot of sense. It was well played.
Very true to Brim.
And then being able to have the moment in the church, and sadly, having to be the bad guy at times, or look like the bad guy with the party.
Yeah, no, I thought that was fantastic. Well done. And Mousetrap said you gave your best Forrest Gump impersonation. So, all right, let's go roll next one. And you're going to be rolling for Prometheus. Prometheus is a sub, has been a follower since July 14th. So, Prometheus, are you still with us? You will be our 4th contestant tonight for the giveaway. Yep, he is. All right, thank you so much. You are in the running, my friend, and he gets 2d20 for this Hamlet module, autographed by me. And then our last one goes to Millie. Why should you be Stream MVP?
All right, so Millie should be Stream MVP for, let's see, she fought one of the armored guys that Brim had, gone after, trying to also make a path, helping make a path through. And then when Uthar appeared, the RP there, kind of giving him a bit of a hard time about him previously not being able to get his armor on. Also her comment about when he said she should go to the darkness, she was saying she was fine dancing in between the darkness and the light.
Yeah.
And then being the one to kind of suggest going to the church to get him the healing, burn the healing that he needed, and because for her practicality's sake, to be able to ask him the questions that they wanted to ask him,
which was so great. And I mentioned this earlier. Like, you guys all deked me. I had the whole welcome wench all set up here in between, but you made the right call to go to St. Cuthbert's, and you really helped with that. So well done.
And then finally, her making the comment that she knows how to behave in church right before disappearing out of the church.
Also, your fate chip. Don't forget about.
Oh yeah, and I used the fate chips.
You used your. Oh, that was the biggest part of the game tonight.
I'm like, she's not saying.
No, that was the that was the most important part.
That's whatever.
Burn, and you don't know what happened to Burn.
Out of the hand and took it.
Yes.
Yeah, and you don't know what happened to Burn. I think all the Burn hate is a bit misplaced, but we'll see. It's a bit like Ashrin hate or Shalelu hate that happens in my other stream. But Burn, he suffered greatly, but he did lose the eye. But he lost also part of his arm. He was cursed by Shorewind's shield. You all left him burning up in a tower.
He told us to leave.
He gave you the. He told you to leave, but he gave you like the "run, you fools" kind of go.
And we ran.
All right, so open up the poll. So you will be rolling for Millie. Your viewer is Mousetrapped. Outstanding.
The poll is started.
Such a great follower. So the poll is up, and while you're voting, we're going to do our rolls. So I'm going to come back around to each of the players. You're going to tell me who you're rolling for, and then give me your roll. Everybody's a sub tonight. Everybody, right? I think all were subs. So they all get 2 D20s. And let's start with you, Rory Gimbal. Who are you rolling for? And give us your roll.
I am rolling for Mikey B.
Let's go, Mikey B, for this beautiful Hamlet module. Gorgeous. Autographed by me, not Gygax. Sorry.
We got a 20.
What? That's so anticlimactic. All right, so now
I got a 3 and a 20.
A 3 and a 20. All right, you got it. So that means we have to tie that. Mikey B is in the lead. Let's go to Shorewind. By the way, all of our viewers, please don't leave yet. Not just for the vote for Stream MVP, but I really want to give a good raid to Constructed Chaos. As I mentioned earlier, they're a new stream. I think you'll like them, and I'd like to help them get to affiliate. So if you can, stay with us, and when we raid, jump in there. They don't normally play Tuesdays. They normally play Wednesdays. They're doing a special stream tonight just so we can help them, and I really want to show them some Blue Box love. So please, if you can, stay with us, and we'll raid them in just a moment. All right, go ahead, Terry, what'd you get?
16 and 11. I'm sorry.
No, don't. You know, the only one that should apologize is Rory for ruining the suspense with a nat 20. It's going to take another nat 20 from someone else.
Roll one sometime or
Yeah.
another.
Yeah, exactly. All right,
I
Vivi,
feel
go ahead and
that.
roll.
Okay, I am rolling for Ranger Harley.
I couldn't hear a word you said.
Sorry,
There you go.
that I was rolling for Ranger Harley. And
All right.
I got a 13 and a 19.
Oh, so
So
close,
close.
so close. A 19. All right,
And I
Brim.
used my advantage. Just kidding.
Yeah, Brim, go ahead.
Brim. I'm rolling for Prometheus.
Yeah, Glenn, he did roll a 20 last week, so right now Rory is your lucky roller. No, Josh is shaking his head.
No.
Sorry, Prometheus. All right, last but not least, Evelyn Millie, who are you rolling for? There's Mousetrap. Oh, such a great viewer. And Mousetrap gets a...
Natural 20!
Oh! We have a roll-off. Man, you have been so hot with the nat 20s lately, Evelyn. You are just on fire. All right, so don't forget to vote for Stream MVP. Let me see what the lead looks like right now.
It's tied.
Oh, it's tied. We got a Lilith Millie tie. Still time to vote. All right, so roll 1d20. Gimbal first, Millie second. 1d20. Roll off.
Yeah, life holds true.
What'd you roll?
A 4. We got the lowest roller to the highest roller.
4. All right, Millie, roll. And I'm sorry, who you rolling for again?
Mousetrapped.
Mousetrapped, and what'd you roll?
Natural 20.
Did you roll another nat 20?
A nat 1.
Oh! So Mikey B!
Yay!
Mikey B wins! Oh, that is so good! Well done and congratulations! Mikey B, I have your info. And our stream MVP is Millie! So close! Well done, Millie! Absolutely awesome. All right, so as I prep our raid, let's do just a minute or two of behind the scenes. Other than the spell that Ashrin cast, which I'm going to get to I'll get to you this week because I want to kind of let that savor a bit. It was kind of a fun spell she cast. What other questions or comments does everyone have about the stream while I prep our raid of Constructed Chaos? And again, viewers, please stay on. I really want to help these folks.
I just freaking want to open up that sack. Finally.
Yeah.
Oh, your bundle.
Yeah, my freaking
Yeah.
bundle.
Yeah.
Millie still has, by
Which
the way.
Millie still has.
And she's not with us anymore, so
I know.
She disappeared.
Oh.
Farley's asking, what is the crit table that we use?
Yeah, so Fraley,
For Fraley.
yeah, so we are using custom crit tables from the ever mysterious Tim. We're going to be publishing these. He's actually reconstructing some of them. These are complex crit tables, so you got piercing, blunt damage, unarmed damage, large creatures, energy, spell crits, explosions. These are fantastic. They really add a deep element to your game. I'm getting him a custom logo. He's reformatting these because they were kind of Warhammer-esque in some of their stats, and he's almost done. So we're going to start making these available very, very soon, and they are awesome. In the meantime, if you want something easy, download these MERP crit tables, Middle-earth role-playing Lore Master crit tables. These are similar, just not as detailed as the tables I'm using, and I use these for 2 decades. All right, any other questions or comments from the viewers or chatters before we raid? Yeah, Fraley, we'll get them. We will. Thunder Bay, thank you so much. All right, and the merch store, J Birchfield 3, yes, we're working on the merch store. It's going to happen in January of 2021. Mainly because my shipping and receiving department and my production department, both of which are my wife, are still working on that. So we'll have that. We'll have that available early next year, probably January. And I know. Thank you, Grape Ape. Thank you, everyone. And we're going to start the raid. Give us a few seconds. So these guys, Constructed Chaos, you'll see they've got kind of a newer stream setup. This is only, I think, their second or maybe third live stream, but they do really good AV. They don't have all the production quality, but their audio sounds good, their video looks good. I watched their roleplay last week. I really liked it. I felt like it was in the upper echelon of what I see on Twitch. So we're going to raid them. We're going to give them a great raid. And if you can, please give them a follow. I'm shouting them out harder than I normally do, only because I really like what they're doing and they're brand new. And I like helping brand new channels. So we are raiding Constructed Chaos now with 58 of you ready to raid, and they only had 7. We're going to make their night. Here we go. Blue Box raid now.
Woo. Oh my gosh.